it's
I think that's close to game speed.
yeah, I agree.
Probably top
For right now, at least it's finishing. Is that the same?
Line's good.
That's
Just
similar.
a sliver more on the release,
Okay.
but it's very similar. I have time to throw another one.
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
Okay.
Which one do you want back, the one or the two?
Doesn't matter.
It's on the logo.
Should be very similar.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I like
That still
that
came back a
release,
lot
I
though.
think. Okay.
I'll throw that one again.
A little bit more. I think so.
It's finishing a hair more than it was yesterday. It's finishing a little more than it was yesterday. So it kind of feels like you can be a little
Maybe a
more
little
slow
light
without it,
still.
like
Okay,
sailing.
kind of
Yeah,
between on the
I think
release
so. Which
too.
is
Curling a bit early.
What's that coming through as?
That came at 15.6, but it came up shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
That one got 15.8 on.
I think
so.
she
You have
gave
to
me
move the
too
top
high,
one.
so not-
Okay. I like that.
That is more.
Yeah, I think it's close.
Do you want
though.
one more?
Yeah, line's good.
I like that way. That was top 8 with a clean. Yeah, I thought kind of in between on everything. Like Yeah. Not as positive as the
Okay.
last one, but
It looked like accelerating enough to hold the speed though.
yeah.
One on this side just to warm up.
Nice.
This side.
14.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Same weight.
What's that side timing at?
So
To where?
to the top 4?
To here.
Yeah. Just outside. Yeah.
Like you
this
had me
will-
like here, right?
Yeah, this will straighten out.
Running
I
like
think
it's
it'll get
close.
a little bit.
Yeah. He might have tried to build this up a little bit because it was running straighter
Yeah.
yesterday. 15, 16. I mean, we're like, it's not under curling.
15,
Like we can
6.
probably give her a sliver more and still get to the middle.
Yep.
So it's fairly even.
Okay.
That's my
Curlier.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That
Yeah.
was a 15 and it came
Yeah,
up
I
a
was
little
like
shorter.
here to get to touch center,
Okay.
but like here got
To
to
just
center.
Center. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
good curling.
Good curling, guys.
Good curling. Curling. Good curling. Curling. Good curling. Curling. Good curling. Good curling. Good curling. Good curling.
Still got time, right? 9 the back line here. 9:04 is start, so I'll let you on the ice at 9:04.
Let's try and get it to start.
Outer? And I'll give you time to slide.
Ever trying to throw the guard with me? Let's do that.
Yeah. Go around. Top 8. That's not it.
Good morning, Stacy and Jeff and Elaine. Thank you so much. John Cullen here alongside two-time Scotties champion Melissa Saligo. And Melissa, this is the match we sort of all expected at the start of the week. Clancy Grandy and Corinne Brown facing off for the third time here this morning for the right to represent BC at the Scotties. What goes into the psyche of these two teams, knowing that this is the third time they've played and that Corinne Brown has been victorious both of those times?
Well, I think there's two things that are going on right now. Obviously for Corinne Brown, she's coming into this with a ton of confidence, beating Team Grandy twice so far this week, as you've mentioned, and not by a little, right? There's a lot of points scored in those two games. And so, you know, I think for Team Grandy, it's time for them to come out and try and win a game here. You know, they know they're 0-2 this week against these guys, and they really, really want to come out with their best game, especially obviously being the final.
Yeah, certainly that was something we talked to Clancy yesterday after she defeated Taylor Reese Hansen in the semifinal. And she did say that was sort of exactly what her team talked about, that they just want to play their game. And Melissa, we know for both of these teams that game is a lot of rocks in play. These two teams have played each other twice, as we've said, and they've combined to score 38 points in those 2 games. So I'm hoping for another heavyweight tilt here this morning.
I hope so too, and I'm expecting it. And you know, as Clancy alluded to yesterday, she said she wants to play her game, so we know what her game is. And Team Brown has been playing so well with lots of rocks in play, so they're not afraid. You know, they've got lots of confidence. They feel comfortable out there. They know the ice. They had a great practice yesterday, so they're feeling really, really good.
Yeah, should be a great game, and as I said off the top, sort of the game that maybe we were expecting here. I know that at least one odds maker only allowed you to bet on Team Grandy or Team Brown winning, and then you got the rest of the field was the other thing you could bet on. So it was definitely 2 teams coming in that very highly ranked. Clancy Grandy, number 13 in the world, Corinne Brown, number 40, the clear 2 top teams, and I think it's great to see them both in the final here. It's always good when you have you know, your province's 2 best teams duking it out for the right to go to the Scotties.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And you know, it was, as we know, we've got the 2 CTRS teams here obviously playing in the final. You couldn't ask for anything better. And for Team Grandy coming off a great win yesterday against a really tough team, Reese Hansen. So it's going to be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it.
Top 4.
So Sam Fisher's first rock slides a little bit deep, and so this will be an opportunity for Sarah Loken to potentially get shot rock here. And that will come up just short. Corinne Brown is starting this game with the hammer by virtue of winning that 1-2 game against Clancy Grandy on Friday night. And I know, Melissa, we talked a little bit about dealing with layoffs, you know, when you win games and then you have a big break. Corinne Brown, of course, winning the 1-2 game Friday night, would have had all day off yesterday. I know for some teams that can be a little tricky, but Corinne Brown's been here before. They've won the provincials before. What do you think they were doing and thinking about yesterday to get themselves prepared for this game here?
I can guarantee you that they had a specific plan in place for their day off. They probably got up at an early time to mimic what would have been happening today. They probably had a good lunch, a walk, whatever they did, and they planned that day out from start to finish. I guarantee it. And then of course they've got Jim Cotter behind the bench. You know, Jim coming off that really tough loss last night in the semifinal. So I can tell you that Team Brown, after their practice yesterday, is geared up for this game, and they are ready to come out here and win.
Well, yeah, and Jim Cotter certainly no stranger to qualifying out of A and winning 1-2 games, so I'm sure he could have helped them with that plan, as well as Lindsay Dubé looking to freeze to that yellow stone and just clicks off of it.
I like trying to clear it. 3/4 high.
So one of the things we've talked about already as well, John, in past broadcasts is about opportunities. And we've seen these 2 teams obviously playing with a lot of rocks in play, and they're not disappointing us thus far. But it's when your opposition maybe doesn't make a perfect shot, is taking advantage of that opportunity. And we've seen sort of a couple of half shots here, starting with Sam Fisher's that went behind the tee line, and the second rock coming up a little bit short. So it's a matter, I think, both teams just feeling each other out here, but obviously not afraid to keep going after each other. Oh boy, that's an unfortunate result there for Desiree.
Yeah, that's certainly not what they would have liked. It's now Grandy lying 3 without the hammer.
And 2 guards up front. Yeah, that was just an unfortunate result there for Des, as you can see. So great opportunity.
So we'll take another look at that. Was hoping to clear out the front here, and it just over curled on her. Misses the yellow, runs it right into the blue on the house, and gets rid of that yellow shot stone. So yeah, just probably the worst case scenario for that throw if you're Team Brown. And now really good. Go ahead, Melissa. Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing you were going to say.
Hard line. Just top 4.
Yep. Hard, guys. Hard, hold the line. Hold the line. Hard, Kayla, you got it. You got it, you got it, you got it.
I came off big, eh?
Just not quite as much.
So they were looking for a tap there, and it doesn't quite get there for Lindsay Dubé. And there's been a couple coming up short here, Melissa. I wonder if maybe the ice is just playing a tad slower than it has been over the last few draws.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, actually. You know, there was a couple calls that were kind of top 4-ish, and they were coming up maybe 2 feet short. So just something to keep an eye on for both of the teams. I did hear when they were having their practice that they were, you know, they felt it was almost running at game speed. So maybe, you know, maybe half a second to a second slower right now, but it'll get there.
Even with this one, just a little past the logo. Okay.
Another tough one there for Desiree. You know, she does catch one of the blue ones at the back, but unfortunately now she's still left those 2 guards in front of all those blue stones. So the opportunity is still here for Team Grandy to continue the pressure on Team Brown with the hammer, who has the hammer here in the first.
So our first look here at Team Grandy third, Kayla McMillan.
Sarah, you can go.
Halfway. Line will be good.
Keep it there, Sarah. Just
This team plays out of the Vancouver Curling Club.
Just halfway.
Okay.
Even with that one.
Okay, keep
Little
it
past it. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Little bit of finish.
Just keep it moving. Hard finish. Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Keep going.
Yep. Well, that's a good spot there. Good throw.
And a nice guard there from Kayla McMillan. So Grandy continues to lie 3 here.
Can I hear more?
I thought they might think about bringing that one in a little bit tighter. You know what's going to happen here is Erin's going to try and run her Yellowstone in now.
As we get a look at the team, Team Brown out of the Kamloops Curling Club. Skip is Corinne Brown. Third, Erin Pincott. Second is Desiree Hawes. Lead is Sam Fisher. And coach is Jim Cotter. And Erin Pincott will get one of those blues out and 2 of them moving. And that certainly looks a little better than it did before.
Yeah, I think so.
It does, and that's why I was wondering, you know, if Team Grandy would have brought Kayla's rock in just ever so slightly more, still blocking it, they may have prevented that run, because if Erin ever noses that and sits their yellow one right on the can, then the end's pretty much taken away from Team Grandy. So good shot there by Erin, does make it look a little bit better for Team Brown. So chance here now for Kayla to get one in top 4, top 5.
We can see that Team Grandy lineup there out of the Vancouver Curling Club. Clancy Grandy at skip, Kayla McMillan at third, Lindsay Dubé at second, and Sarah Loken at lead. Katie Witt is their longtime coach.
Hard, you gotta get it on. Hard.
Hard, Sarah, hard.
All right, sorry. Okay, there's just quite the frost line right along there.
Yeah, there we hear Clancy saying that indeed there maybe is a little bit of frost as that one comes up short also. And this is a big shot here for Erin Pincott.
I agree. There's a great chance here if she can nose this Yellowstone right onto that blue back butt. She could save this end for her team here.
And just wouldn't quite curl enough there for Erin Pincott, and so it will still be Grandy laying the 2 without the hammer here in end number 1.
And you can see, John, where that Yellowstone ended up, it's partially buried behind that blue guard, so unfortunately not really beneficial to Team Brown at the moment. So great chance here now for Clancy to completely block off that left-hand side of the sheet as well.
Yeah. Curl and come off. This is the path I played. Yeah. Right on the logo. Okay.
So our first look at Clancy Grandy here. And she's in a great position, just looking to guard the 2 shot stones.
You can go hair.
The logo tighter.
You're good. Close. Just for line.
Okay, line's fine.
Just tighter
Past
than
the
the
logo. Okay, keep it broom down. Like, here's okay.
Yeah,
right there.
Fine. Watch the angle. Hold the angle.
Just let it
stop.
To
Let
your
her stop.
Oh.
Good. Good shot.
That's good. Good judge, guys.
And pretty much exactly where Clancy wanted that one to end up.
Do you hate freezing on the first?
Sure.
Pinhole's open, yeah.
It's just gonna be this one you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Clancy. And
Yeah, 14
Team Brown
minutes,
actually
just
has
try it.
two options here. They can play the freeze on the first one, and they also have that yellow one just on the right-hand side that they can run in. So
Get one in there good.
they do have some options.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a shot on your last.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly a pressure spot here early for Corinne Brown. Melissa,
You guys like this ice? You want hair
pardon
more?
me, we've seen a few of these draws come up light,
hair more.
and Corinne's got to get this one close. So big first stone here for the skip out of Kamloops.
Where? Line right now. Line. Looks heavy.
Line only, back 4.
Just needs to sit.
It's
For back line.
And this is really sailing on them.
Can I get to the other one?
Yes, unfortunately for Corinne, I think she saw a lot of those
second?
rocks come up light. So maybe, maybe just in
Sorry,
the back
guys.
of her mind, just
Good
wanting
touch.
to throw a couple extra feet of weight, and unfortunately,
Yeah, I think she just makes the adjustment.
it just slid right by that one that's back button.
Just make a
So
good
Clancy
call
Grandy
forward.
will look to put
Leave a
another
bit of
one on
space.
top
We
of
don't wanna
her
be, like,
shot
right to us.
stone.
Even
And if she does
just
that, it's
touching
going to
forward,
be
right, okay.
extremely difficult for Corinne Brown to
Come off a
score.
little bit in this line here.
A little bit.
Final stone here in end number 1 for Clancy Grandy.
T.
Big ass.
T line.
Okay.
Back 4.
Okay, stay close.
Heavy right now. Yeah.
Lindsay,
Or
stay
to the back
close for the
one.
back one.
To the back one.
Hard then, Lindsay.
I think
Hard
we're all there. Just
And this
for
is
line.
following
Hard
a
then.
similar track to
Hard.
Corinne's.
Hard.
It
Hard.
is.
Trying to bring it
Hard,
onto
finish.
the
Keep
back
going,
one
keep going,
here.
Keep going, a little more, almost there. Go, 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 go.
And so they will miss the 4 foot, but they will move Corinne's far enough
good
to be
call,
lying 3.
Sweet.
14 This is the same.
Nice
Now
result
we'll
there
last.
for Clancy. I
you
mean,
just
great
put
call
down?
there
This
by
is the same.
Kayla as well. But there is a chance now if
14?
everybody, if Corinne Brown has gone to school on her last
That was
one
a
and
big
she
hit,
just
huh?
saw what Clancy did as well, needs to take about 5 to 7 feet off that rock,
Slow down.
and should get the curl right into the center line.
So it hasn't been the dream start to the game for Corinne Brown, but she does have a chance to put the nightmare to bed. She can get this one into the button for 1. Final stone,
more line.
facing 3.
Full 4, Elise. Round.
Close.
Round.
Wait's close.
Round.
Close.
Don't mind it all.
Fisher and Hawes
Curl.
seem to like it here,
for
but
weight
can
first.
they drag it? Can they drag it? This looks like it might be light. They got to get it there to
Wow.
at least count out those 2 back blues.
Okay.
And I think it won't quite get there, and so it will be a steal of 2 for Clancy Grandy in end number 1. What a start for the team from Vancouver. We'll see if Corinne Brown can do some damage with the hammer when we come back. You are watching the BC Scotties final live on Check.
Line's good. Over curling.
And number
Gotta set the
2
line, guys.
here in Chilliwack,
Pass
Corinne
the
Brown
line.
going to need to erase that tough first end for the team. This end brought to you by Kruger Products, Canada's #1 tissue products manufacturer, including the Scotties brand. And Melissa, what does Team Brown have to do here to get themselves sorted out, at least mentally?
I think the first thing, you said it right on, John, is they need to erase that first end. You know, it was just unfortunate. Corinne threw it a little heavy on her first one, and if she actually threw this almost the same shot, just minus a couple of feet, it could have followed the same line. And if she didn't make the shot, it's almost like she was trying to make the shot too perfect to get to the button. And the tolerance on that shot would have been to be a little bit heavy, so that they could have come to the back when it only perhaps given up a steal of 1. So for Team Brown right now, they just need to forget about it. It's not a big deal. It's the first end. And so they're just going to continue to follow their game plan, put up the corner guard, and try and manufacture 2 here in the second.
So Sam Fisher will look to draw around the corner guard, and you saw on the graphic there, we will be back this afternoon as well for the men's final. Jacques Gauthier versus Brent Pierce. Pierce were winners over Jim Cotter last night in the BC semifinal. And Brent Pierce will be looking to defend his championship, and Jacques Gauthier will be looking for his first ever Brier appearance. We'll have that live for you here on Check at 2 p.m. local time. And a nice shot there from Sam Fisher.
Great 2 shots by Sam. Nice setup there for Team Brown. And the same on the Grandy side as well. Although that second stone, that guard of Sarah Lokens maybe have wanted to be a little tighter, but still in a pretty good spot here for Lindsay.
Top 4.
Line's good.
T.
Okay. Clean it.
Weight's close. Wait a bit. Top 4 still. Line's great. T line. Easy, easy.
Should come off more in the house.
Back T. Okay.
Whoa.
Yep. Kayla, finish.
It's there.
Yep, get it under there. Get it under
Hard.
there. Yep. Oh. Okay. Good.
14-8.
So just a smidge deep there from Lindsay Dubé, but as you can see, perfectly buried.
That was a good call by Clancy. They could have left it actually, but it would have been exposed, so they tried to worry more about the line rather than the weight. I mean, you never want a rock to stop back button, but for now that's in a really good spot, because it really does shrink the screen area.
Aaron, not big.
Hard, Aaron.
So Aaron Pincott trying to bring this rock over. They would love to stick this shooter in the rings. And that's a great carve there from Pincott. They will do just that. And so Grandy lies the 1, but there's 2 brown stones in the rings. And Melissa, these 2 teams, we talked about it off the top, very accomplished. Both have had great years on tour. Clancy Grandy, as we said, number 13 in the world. They won the Tour Challenge Tier 2 Grand Slam event, which was a great bundle of points for them. They also won the Curling Stadium Martinsville International. But Corinne Brown also had 2 wins on tour this year. They won the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon, as well as the Kamloops Crown of Curling. So 2 very accomplished teams out here on the sheet this morning.
Good throw.
11-6.
Yeah, it's great to see both of these teams, as you say, John, just wonderful seasons, and well deserved to be here in the final.
On top of this one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's okay. As long as it, 10-5.
So just an overroll there by Lindsay's second stone there. So great opportunity here now for Team Brown. They can roll either way actually, but they want to roll towards their corner guard and force Team Grandy to have to make a decision of what they're going to do. And you know, we've seen this rodeo before, John, where things pile up behind the corner guard, and that does come back to bite you. So it'll be interesting to hear to see what happens, what Team Grandy elects to do.
No.
Great shot there from Desiree Hawes.
Or we could.
Had a tough first end, but she's made up for it here with 2 beauties.
Just touch 4 foot is good.
Yeah, 2 great shots there by Des, absolutely.
Yeah.
Same as practice?
Yeah.
I think what I gave you last end is probably close
I think
here.
so, yeah.
Okay. Let's make this good, full 4.
So Clancy looked at the 2 options here. One was to come around the corner guard and freeze to those yellow stones to try and eliminate them from being scored. And the other one here is what they've elected to do is come around the middle.
Okay. We
And
got
try
to
and
be
get one
fully.
top 4, top button.
Okay, line's good. Little bit of room, guys.
Top 4,
Still
top 8.
running.
Line's
It's
good.
close.
Line's good.
Line's
Li-
good,
no,
good.
line's good.
Just for
Top 4.
speed, get it there.
Right here.
Yep.
Make sure.
Hard.
Right here.
Hard.
Just Sarah. Whoa.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Great
Good
shot.
sweep, guys.
15 and a half.
Easy hack.
Really good spot there from Kayla McMillan.
It's really high. Okay. Try to stick right
And we
there.
heard there from Clancy Grandy, Melissa, she said that was 15.5. So if it was indeed a little slower in that first end, 15.5 is about the speed we've had for draws all week. So keening up here in end number 2.
Down.
Yeah.
Whoa. Play it.
Jeff!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Weight's good.
Whoa!
Weight's nice.
Curl. All the way curl. Hard. Hard curl. Roll it.
And a nice shot there from Aaron Pincott and
Great
Melissa. I think if
shots.
you're Grandy, your shot's stoned, but you got to be at least a little bit concerned about all these yellows stacking up in the rings.
Or you roll in.
That was my first thought.
I would
Leave
agree.
a soft weight shot by doing that.
Yeah.
So I think
Or
you make
around
Just
it-
listening
these
to their
ones now?
conversation here.
Well, you
It's
probably
such a
know
long
this
guard,
line
I think
better
they
than
have so
this
much to
line.
work with. I like the hit and roll.
It's just I think
If you
it
like
still
this,
leaves
I'm good with
something.
it.
Yeah. Even if I'm like even with ours not buried, I think that's okay. There's no double.
Yeah, well, we have to be a little higher to stay in front of the 7. This is on T line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think so.
Okay.
I think we make it.
What do you think speed will be here? They threw theirs here, so I don't think any different.
It was similar
I
to
think
what you just
same
did.
as what I just threw is close.
So I would be a little concerned here if I was Team Grandy at this point. As you say, John, there's a lot of yellows in the house at the moment, and you know there's 3 options here. Obviously hit the open yellow, play the same shot she just did on the previous one and come to the middle, or try and freeze to the 2 yellows. And you've got to try and eliminate a couple of those yellows from the potential of being scored.
Whoa.
This one looks like it's heavy.
Yeah, it cannot be heavy here.
Yep. Roll it. Behind it. Okay.
And that is not a great result
No,
for
this is below.
Kayla McMillan.
Okay. Same thing.
Try to do that.
It's over buried.
Just try to nose
I think
that.
it worked out
Yeah, same turn.
okay.
Yeah.
Like it did roll a little
weight.
bit
Do you wanna
behind.
hear less weight?
So it's not like she can play the double on the open one, but they do have access now. And I guess the good news for Team Grandy, it did stay a second shot because it was back 8, back 12 weight. So Aaron has a chance now to get that one that's been sitting there this whole end back button.
Close. Whoa. Close. Curl.
Whoa.
Curl.
Desiree
Stay on
Hawes
it.
trying to bring this one over. Can they get a piece?
Great
This
rush
looks a
here
little
by
heavier.
Roll away. Whoa. Good.
Great shot from Aaron Pincott, and like you said, Melissa, great sweep from Desiree Hawes to bring that one over. And it is
Yeah.
Corinne Brown lying 1, 3, 4, and 5.
Stay in the 8-foot.
11 and a half.
Some might look
Roll
at this
it,
as an open
a
hit,
little bit
John,
serious
but
weight.
after what you
Yeah,
just
just at
said,
least stay
you
with
have
it.
to be really
You can roll
careful.
like
You
fully,
have to
not
save your
8 foot.
shooter, and it needs to be first or second shot, and ideally maybe even roll it. I would roll it away towards that other Yellowstone that's back 12. I wouldn't even go anywhere near the middle at this point. Just got to keep any double from being formed here after the end of this shot by Clancy Grandy.
Whoa. Sarah.
Clean. Yep, straight.
Whoa.
Straight.
shot.
Good call, guys. 11-3.
Yeah, potential end-saving shot there from Clancy Grandy.
Absolutely.
This might hopefully shoot
Gets
down.
a perfect roll.
10-5?
Yeah. You like that?
Yep.
Snows?
Yep. 10-5 right on the beak.
The reason they want to hit this on the nose, John, is because if Clancy also comes down and hits it on the nose, there would be the chance for Corinne Brown and her last one to potentially play a double for multiple points. So really important here that she doesn't roll too far either way. She wants to set herself up for her last stone.
So first stone here for Corinne Brown in the second end, and her team with the potential to get a big end set up needs to hit this one on the nose first.
Des!
And this looks like it's floating a bit on them.
Clean.
And again, another great
Nice,
sweep
Dennis.
there from Desiree Hawes, and so Corinne Brown line one.
No. Yeah. Like, because this time nose goes right into it, eh?
Not sure where is best.
Yeah, just like half a rock, I think is good.
Yeah.
You're going to throw the same weight?
Same, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just gotta make sure we stay in the 8 foot again. Yeah.
So Melissa, it seemed like Clancy said she's actually okay with this one hitting the nose because she thinks it maybe
You only need at most
jams
a
on
half
that
rock.
yellow if Corinne tries to play the double. Is that right?
So just like roll where to the broom is.
I think so, but you have to be very, very careful. I mean, I would
Same
still
throw, like,
potentially roll it a little bit out to the 8 foot. I mean, the farther apart those two blue ones are, the better for Clancy, but she's obviously looked at the line, and if she thinks that if it's right on the nose, she's got a better angle than we do, obviously. And the key there is that you are okay giving up one, you're okay maybe giving up two, but you never want to give up more than that.
Clean, close.
So they had a good look at it as to where it's okay for this blue stone to be.
Hard, then. Hard.
This is curling. And it will actually roll a little bit inside, and so I think Corinne Brown might have a shot at it here, Melissa.
I think so too. I think that's the only place you didn't want to roll was anywhere
Just have
towards
to
the
roll it off,
center.
yeah.
Half rock?
It's half. I think it's a bit thinner than that.
Third?
Yeah.
The third
Well,
jam?
and even if Corinne does lose that outside
think it'll
one,
come
she's
off,
still
so
going to
it'll be for
score
three.
three.
Play this
So
way, though?
Do you want to do it that way so that
I don't
it goes
think you
back
ever
straighter?
jam it.
Yeah, sure.
In turn. Half rock low?
Yeah, I think this is a shot for three.
It's really hard to stuff it. I was going to say it's really hard to stuff it for sure.
Maybe four if you get lucky, John, but I do think it is a shot
Fair
for
less.
three.
Half rock?
Third of rock.
Pardon?
It's a third. Or like a thinned half, I think, Aaron.
Yeah. What kind of weight, Corinne?
So we saw Corinne Brown bounce back on Friday night. Clancy Grandy had scored 4, and then Corinne Brown rebounded with a 6. Has an opportunity here after giving up that big steal of 2 in end number 1 to score 4 of her own. But it's no easy double. Huge shot here. Corinne Brown, final stone.
Close! Close! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
This is close.
Get over there.
Does she have it? That will
Really good.
just
Wow.
roll over the top. So Clancy Grandy dodging a bullet there, in trouble all end long, but Corinne Brown couldn't quite find the last one. So Clancy Grandy will steal a single point and take a 3-0 lead into the third end. Corinne Brown will have the hammer when we come back.
Line's a little tight. Keep it out there if you can.
No, line's fine. Line's fine.
Halfway. 2.5 tight.
Well, Melissa, I think
Running.
fair to say Clancy Grandy is probably breathing a little bit more deeply now, as that was a massive opportunity for Corinne Brown missed there in N2.
Good spot. Nice throw, Sam. Really good.
Wow, very much so, and you know, very fortunate for Team Granny to get out of that with the steal. But as you say, John, you know, we saw this in the previous game that these two, the previous matchup that these two played, is that Team Grandy seems to let their opposition lie some rocks around the rings, and they did get burned in that game a couple days ago. So you have to be very, very careful. And now with a 3-point lead, I would imagine that Team Grandy will just maybe take their foot off the accelerator ever so slightly and just be very careful as to where they place these rocks. And I say that as a half guard comes up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, that's Clancy said yesterday that they're just going to play their game, and we know that that is their game. So, but a little switch in strategy here from Brown, actually, as last end we saw them go around the corner guard, and now they're electing to have Sam Fisher go around the center, and we'll see how that works out for them. This end brought to you by Best Western, with more than 200 hotels across Canada. One of the key sponsors here for us at Curl BC.
Let it work.
You're just to it.
Whoa, it's got a curl. It's got a curl. Really it's got a curl. Got a curl. It's got a curl, Aaron. Got a curl.
Where that Sarah Logan first stone right on the button, sort of, you know, just slightly behind. That was a great call there by Corinne to get Sam Fisher to freeze right on the top of it, and she makes no mistake. What a perfect shot.
This is a sliver less than Sarah.
Sliver you've been giving us.
Felt a little big. I was a little gentle with it. Line's great.
Just top eight.
Kayla's wrong. Yep.
Kayla. Wait, it's close.
Yep. Kayla.
Trying to get to the corner freeze of the yellow stone just thrown by Sam Fisher. This one's going to come up a little light, I think.
Just top eight.
Whoa. I don't want to peek out too much. No.
Okay, I think this one's curling a little more.
Clancy, I think we just have to open that up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
I think that one's curling a bit more.
I should have said something before when you said I'd tighten it up. I think we probably could have just kept the same as Sarah's.
Yeah.
So discussing that stone a little bit there from Lindsay Dubé and Melissa, Clancy Grandy's been using this blue set of stones for all three of their playoff games.
Oh, lots of line.
And so it's a set they're probably familiar with, but it does seem like Lindsay thinks her first rock there maybe is curling a little more.
Okay, back 4, back 8. Go around then.
They had a couple of questions, I think, the last time they used these stones too, and you know, they do have obviously had the choice of selecting what stones they wanted after Team Brown made their decision, but you know, they feel they played well with those stones, and they know the stones well enough, so that's why they've elected to play with them again.
This one's a hair lower, so when we hit it, they both go.
Yeah, sometimes it's the devil you know.
In the pocket.
That's right.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. If we kind of tap that one back a bit, is that okay?
We can. If we're on this line, we can afford to.
Okay.
Yeah, but ideally you're just kind of locked right in there.
Okay.
And that's top 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
full 4.
So again here, Melissa, potentially a spot with Grandy up 3 where maybe they could be hitting and they're deciding to draw.
I'm a little surprised by this call, I think, John. There's a chance that you could either hit and roll behind the corner on that yellow open stone, or even more importantly or better is hit and roll towards the middle and corner freeze the other yellow stone. I understand why they're playing this. They're trying to negate those 2 yellows at the same time here and force Team Brown, because right now that blue one's going nowhere, and it's a fantastic shot by Lindsay. But the opportunity to hit one of those yellows was there for sure.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Little tap to unlock, it's good.
Yeah, I don't hate unlocking this. Same weight probably does.
A little less ice then? I was definitely back on it too, so.
Yeah.
Okay, same weight.
So Desiree Haw is going to bring this one into the cluster that is slowly forming in the middle here. Try to move those stones around a little bit with backline weight.
A little more weight.
Whoa.
Back line.
Whoa.
Tons.
Aaron.
Yeah, the key here is just to unlock that back yellow stone.
Hard, Aaron. Whoa, street. Hard.
Try and set up some angles for yourself here with your Team Brown.
A little more.
Got a good end forming here at the moment.
That's a pretty good shot there from Desiree Hawes.
I would think so. I agree.
Right now.
Okay.
I think we're guarding.
They are, I think.
I think ideally on the logo. Hair
Okay, they
deeper
do
than-
have some of our back blue if that matters at all.
Not overly right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Yeah, because
I like the guard then.
this one's in a pretty good spot.
Okay. Just to the logo?
To the logo, yeah.
Yeah, my last name.
So with Brown sitting the one, Grandy deciding to guard here.
Good conversation there between Kayla and Clancy. Clancy's very comfortable with the way the angles are set up right now, and I like how she pointed out that that yellow stone that was just tapped by Corinne is actually favoring Team Grandy at the moment because it's jammable. So they are very comfortable giving up a single point here to Team Brown, so they're going to throw the guard, and they're going to force Team Brown to have to make, I would imagine, a lot more difficult shots now. That one curled maybe a little too much, but still in a pretty good spot. I think if you're Corinne, you might have to look at peeling
2/3 is good.
those two blue stones, I would think, John. Try to open up that 4-foot area.
Yeah, certainly seems like that is the call here.
Yep. Hard. Shoot it. Hard on the shooter. Hard on the shooter. Hard on the shooter. Hard.
And a nice shot there from Aaron Pincott. Gets rid of both blues.
A little bit deeper is good. Same depth is good. We
Same
want to just
line?
touch. We're guarding the yellow.
Okay.
It was a big curling weekend for
We
Corinne
can
Brown's
just touch
team,
center
and
line's perfect.
a lot of their partners as well, as Aaron Pincott's partner Matt Dunstone playing in the Grand Slam, as well as Desiree Hawes' partner Tyler Tardy. They were both in Camrose, Dunstone making the playoffs there, and we'll see Sam Fisher's husband Jared Colomea later on today in the men's final. So some strong curling partnerships out here on the sheet.
I thought more.
Yeah, really just
Tight.
Okay.
Just tight. Top 12
Really tight right now.
So again, Team Grandy very comfortable with the way the rocks are lined up in the
Top
rings here.
12.
So
Okay.
Kayla's trying to throw a guard, but it looks like it might slip into the rings here.
Just full 12.
Needs to sit, guys.
Just full 12.
Okay, that's a good spot.
I still think that does a decent job of.
Do you like making that top double? Okay. Do you see something else?
I don't really see anything from here. Let's go look. The double. Oh, I see.
Because I might even clip this and like this is going to go out at a good angle, right? Like,
The nose? Is leaving the shooter there good?
well, like you could throw set like 8.5, like
Little
3/4 high.
high.
Yeah.
Okay. You like
Do you
that?
like that?
Like just a sliver high to get the shooter lined up.
Sure.
Well, I don't know if we need the shooter there though, right? Like I think the shooter just helps them there. I think we want to try to get a hair off.
Okay.
8.5
Can you
high.
play it so you just clip this?
You mean thin?
Like not super thin, but
This? To
guess, yeah.
shoot it
I
that
guess
way?
you'd
It's
have
really
to.
thin.
Yeah,
You'd
I don't
clip
like
this.
that.
I think making this is
Yeah.
first.
Like
Hair high?
7/8 high with
like
8.5.
nose is fine. It's not the end of the world.
No.
But where the shooter goes. Yeah. Yeah, that's Aaron.
So just doubling
so
these
that's
two
my first
blues
set.
off, I think,
Yep.
Melissa.
That's going.
I think that's the idea, and I'm not sure if it's a bad thing to leave your shooter there, but it sounds like it might be better, and Corinne's alluding to maybe trying to roll the shooter over to the left-hand side of air in there, so so they create a bit of an angle, or they can use it if they need it and run it in that way. They would love to hit this so that they can catch that yellow in that's top 4 as well. So we'll see what happens here.
Good. Nice shot.
That's a really
great
good
shot.
shot from Aaron
Really
Pincott.
great shot.
There. Yeah.
Unlocks that blue at the back and gets rid of both of those blues. We'll take another look at that. Just a fantastic shot
Same line as me.
Yeah.
from the Team Brown third.
Like logo depth is good.
That couldn't have
Both
been
blues.
any better of a result, John.
Beautiful shot.
Regarding the yellow, 6, the high one.
On the logo again?
Yeah, logo or hair higher than the logo is good.
It's a pretty lonely bluestone in there right now with those other Yellowstones surrounding it, but Clancy Grandy feeling pretty comfortable with throwing the guard here. They've already thrown it twice for Kayla.
Just
So
high
she
the
feels
logo.
she knows the line.
Okay, to the logo.
Hair high. Keep it out there. Keep it out there. Line will be fine. Wait, just keep it out there.
Okay, just Lynn's
Just
there.
Lindsay's fine.
Wait's there.
Just heavy clean.
Hair
I
higher
think.
than that?
See,
Want it to
not quite to center.
Want it to sit, guys.
Just let it slot. Okay.
To the W almost.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sit spot.
whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
you're good.
whoa.
Good judge, guys.
Nice weight.
And that's exactly where Clancy wanted that one.
Nicely
So we'll
done.
see what Corinne Brown decides to play here.
We'll have
Nose
two
is
cracks
pretty
at it.
close.
You got it.
8.5.
Yeah.
All right, so she's going to run it in here and
Smooth here.
try to make that lonely blue disappear. Melissa, if Corinne hits this right on the nose, is there a situation where both blues go here?
Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing, John. If she hits us on the nose, blue onto yellow, I think both of those blues will go. And there's going to be a lot of yellow left in the rings.
So another crucial big weight shot here for Corinne Brown with her first. Needs to hit this guard right on the nose.
Whoa.
And how about
What a
that
shot.
from Corinne Brown?
Wow.
My goodness. Right on the nose indeed. Both blues go, and Team Brown left sitting 4. What a
Have
shot.
to play it a little softer, eh?
Just curled enough at the end there, John, and you can see it was perfectly lined up for both of those blues to go. What a tremendous shot by Corinne Brown. She really wanted that one.
11.5. We got to get a bit low.
Okay.
Should move a little bit here.
Yeah. Let's stay close.
So another big shot here for Clancy Grandy, trying to get a hit and roll inside off of this yellow to negate some of the damage.
Yeah, and there doesn't look like there's a lot of room. Just from the quick angle that we saw there, that there isn't a lot of room to go under, but they do need to try and get it an inch or two under for sure to try and negate some of those yellow stones.
Sarah Loken trying to bring this over. Is that on the guard? Oh my goodness. Clancy Grandy maybe just got that out a hair. And this is potentially a replay of a movie we've seen before here, Melissa. Clancy Grandy with a 3-point lead, but Corinne Brown with the chance to draw for 5.
Go back.
I don't even know what to say, John. You know, it came out of nowhere. Everything was looking really good for both teams, but Team Brown just, nothing fazed them. They just kept trying to put their rocks and run things back and put their shooters in the right place, and Corinne making that phenomenal shot on her first. So what an opportunity here for Corinne.
So just needs to hit paint here, does Corinne Brown, already sitting 4, and can make it a high 5 here.
Can't hurt it. You're on this. Can't hurt it. 14.5.
And no mistake for the skip from the Kamloops Curling Club. So she scored 6 against Grandy in the 1-2 game. And here she makes it a cool 5. Corinne Brown will take a 2-point lead into the 4th end. We'll see Clancy Grandy with the hammer for the first time. When we come back, you are watching the BC Scotties final live on Check.
Halfway high. Okay, you can go then.
Gotta go.
Gotta go, line.
Gotta go, wait. Really gotta go.
Okay, leave it high. Here, guys.
Melissa, I mean, my goodness, what a 3rd end. Clancy Grandy, again, leaving a lot of Yellowstones around, and Corinne Brown makes them pay. We're going to take one more look at this shot from Corinne Brown in the 3rd end to get this set up. A double run, double, and gets rid of them all. Lies 4, and then Clancy Grandy missing the hit on her last one, giving Corinne the draw for 5. But again, Melissa, I think perhaps just coming down to strategy there a little bit for Clancy Grandy. That's 2 ends in a row. They let Corinne hang around, and Brown ends up making them pay.
Well, it's very interesting, and I'm not sure, I'm really not sure why, when you're up 3 points, that you're leaving the opposition with that many stones in the rings. And you know, it's interesting, I remember back to the semifinal, Grandy against Team Reese Hansen, and I heard the comment a couple of times from Grandy, the scoreboard dictates that we should peel, or the scoreboard dictates that we should hit, but they're not employing that strategy here against Team Brown, and they didn't actually do that in the 1-2 game either. So, you know, I know they love to be aggressive, and I thought maybe they would take that foot off the gas pedal ever so slightly, but they didn't, and they just kept going after Team Brown, and unfortunately they didn't have the best of angles, and Corinne Brown just makes 2 perfect shots.
Yeah, just a great 3rd end from Team Brown. All it takes sometimes is one big shot, and we can't forget either, Aaron Pincott had a phenomenal double and chisel right before that to set that shot up for Corinne. But yeah, just a fantastic end from Corinne Brown. This 4th end brought to you by Bel Air Direct, home insurance that fits your lifestyle.
Pretty tight. Just don't line up a double.
And now we'll see what Grandy can do with the hammer.
What?
That's right, and we talked about this before. You know, for Clancy, you saw how upset she was when she missed that open hit. I mean, even if you make that shot and don't roll under, you still only give up 4. So I think what's really important here for Clancy is just, again, to shake it off. We talked about this in the 1st end for Brown. Just erase that end, forget about it. It's early still. You got lots of time, and just sort of try and get back now to playing your game and just putting your rocks in the right position.
So a good setup here for Team Brown early on. Lindsay Dubé will look to get some of these yellows moving here.
Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it.
And we'll just miss the double peel, but gets rid of the top one. Brown still lying the one.
Same line.
You got it, Des.
It's maybe a little less than I expected. I like how it's going. I just not carrying as well as I'm expecting them to.
The other note I want to make, John, is the one thing about Team Brown, they may have started slow in this game and they may have started slow in a previous game, but once they have the momentum, they don't like to let it go, and you see them getting stronger and stronger every end. So if I were Team Grandy right now, I would just be very concerned about the momentum that Team Brown has. So you really have to try and find a way to stop that momentum train.
Yeah, certainly a perfect 4 rocks from Sam Fisher and Desiree Hawes, leaving Clancy Grandy on the chase here. Lindsay Dubé going to try to make the double again.
Whoa, whoa, other way.
Yep, yep, yep. Whoa.
And she will indeed get that Yellowstone off of the forefoot. I don't think it was the way she was intending to make it, but she does make it. So nice shot there from Lindsay.
Let's go. Nice top 4 here.
So Erin Pincott's getting a chance to replace that stone. Top 4, top button would be perfect.
Big ad.
T-line.
Slow kick, big ad.
Line right now.
Well then,
T-line.
well
Line's
then.
good. Wait
Well
only.
then.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Looks hot.
running.
Tracking like it's hot.
Running. T-line back 4.
Whoa.
Running.
And this looks like it might be a little bit heavy from Erin Pincott here. She hasn't thrown a draw in a while, so that could be a contributing factor. And that will slide to the back 8. So
Top 4.
chance for Kayla McMillan and Clancy Grandy now, chasing on the first 4 stones of the end, but an opportunity to take over control.
And ideally here, you heard Clancy, they want to stop this one top 4, top button. They don't want to slip to the T-line or freeze to that one that was just thrown by Erin.
There right now. Top 4.
Line only.
It's close. Top 4.
Curling.
Linz, you gotta go.
Hard Linz.
You gotta go for line.
Gotta go for everything.
Hard
Hard,
Linz.
guys. Gotta touch
Hard,
4
gotta be
foot.
shot.
Gotta touch 4 foot.
Hard
guys.
Linz, hard.
This is really slowing down. Can Dubé and Loken get it there? They cannot. So little light
Same
there
way.
from Kayla McMillan, and Brown still lying 1.
Sorry?
Where's theirs? Top 8?
Just half in the 8.
Okay.
And this is
Top
a
button's good.
unique
Top 4.
situation, Melissa, because as we know at the Scotties,
hair
there
more
are
just 'cause that
3
one's there now.
wild card spots available. And so for Clancy Grandy, if they end up on the wrong end of this game, they may actually still have a chance to get into the Scotties. They're currently ranked number 6 on the CTRS system. Carrie Anerson is number 1. She's got a bye back to the Scotties. And so that's already 1 spot taken care of. But for Grandy, if any 2 of Rachel Homan, Jennifer Jones, Caitlin Laws, or Casey Scheidegger win their provincials, Clancy Grandy will actually get a spot at the Scotties. Obviously, they'd love to come through the front door, but if there is a potential chance there for some good results to go their way, they could still be at the Scotties if they don't win here today.
Probably so similar, I think. Yeah.
So that one sliding just a little bit deep for Erin Pincott. Kayla McMillan now a chance to freeze.
Yeah, so Kayla just looking to add a couple of feet. The line was really good on that last stone.
Out air wider, guys. Back 8.
No, then.
And it sounds like she may have added more than what was necessary. This is not the tolerance that she's looking for here, John. You have to be light on this shot. Or lighter, pardon me. Not tolerance is not to be heavy.
And that will indeed slide past both yellow stones. And so Corinne Brown lying 2 without the hammer. And Melissa, I think if Corinne Brown could ever get this above the tee line, Clancy Grandy's going to be in a lot of trouble here.
I would fully agree with that comment, and so important here. Even if she comes up, I mean, even if she comes up a little bit light, again, tolerance is the lighter side here. So if you're top 4, top 8, it's really difficult when you look at the rings to come on that out-turn side, because we've talked about this before in the other broadcast, is that even though it looks like a massive port, it curls so much after the hog line that it's really hard to get to the forefoot. I mean, that is a pretty big port, and it is maybe doable, but very, very tough. So great chance here for Corinne now to put this one top 4 and put a ton of pressure on her opposition.
A little bit early.
That line. Top 4 T. Well then. Running. T. Top 4 T. T. No. Close. No, can't. Whoa. No. Close.
And
no.
Nothing at all from Haas and Fisher.
Just line. Well then. Well. Yeah. Hard. Hard. Yeah, right here. Right here. No, it's there. It's right really down.
Nice shot by
really nice
absolutely perfect.
Yep.
14-8. Yeah. How'd it go, Corinne?
Great judge, you guys.
I think Corinne has found her game here, John.
Really good.
Yeah, no question about it. And, you know, certainly I know for a skip, if you can make a shot like Corinne made last end, it's almost like a power-up in a video game. You just, it gets your confidence sky high, and when you make something of that degree of difficulty, a draw to the forefoot just seems easy.
In the white. Okay. Still touching a little bit of red. We got to stay in front of it. Ideally, we're locked like right on the corner. Yeah. Okay.
So I think, Melissa, this draw from Clancy's really going to have to be inch perfect. Corinne's rocking such a good spot.
I agree. Not a lot of room for error here, and we just talked about the path here. You've got to keep it out as long as possible, because you know it's going to break hard after the hog line.
Top button.
So the weight has to be so close, and it sounds like it is.
Close.
But now it's all about management of this stone for
Line
these
only.
two.
Yeah. That line.
Line only.
Hard line. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Sarah Loken trying to hold this.
Hard. Hard.
Got to get by that top blue.
Hard.
And that's a great shot from Clancy Grandy.
Nice weight. Good sweep, guys.
Right on the corner. Corinne Brown still lying 1. But that's a great shot from Clancy.
No, I don't what? We're shot. Yeah. Like this turn?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Give me a hair more. We can be out there, eh? So like this?
Yeah.
So just a guard here, Melissa?
I believe so.
A little tap for 1.
Let's go, Corinne.
You hate a smidge more, Corinne? I think
No.
we'll be a bit out there.
Go hair more, Aaron.
Aaron.
Corinne mentioned maybe a tap for 1, but I guess she means on the in-turn side. Right now, it could be there, John. You don't have to move it very far, but you really can't see very much of that yellow shot stone. So if they put this one in a good place here for Corinne Brown, they'll take away 1 or 2 of those runs for those 3 blue stones that are out on the far side there too. So right now, that's probably the best option for her to score.
Oh, guys.
We're just halfway. High halfway.
Oh, it's really got to sit.
Don't want this to over curl.
Sit.
And that
Should be
might
okay.
be good enough. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, you get a good look there. That's pretty overburied. Clancy would have an angle run. I think Corinne might have wanted that one a little deeper and a little over to the left, so she would have blocked this shot.
If I'm up here, can you call it early?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so high that it's just throw it.
Like a hair high, really.
Okay.
Okay. Like that. It should float back a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can run either of those 2 in, John. I mean, this one is the farthest one away, so it's typically the hardest one, but I think she feels that the line is slightly better. I'm almost looking at the middle one. I know it's farther out, but, you know, it's just preference at this point. It's a tough shot, but it is a shot for 2.
So we saw Corinne Brown make a big shot in end number 3. Does Clancy Grandy have one here to tie this game up? Will it stick around? rebound.
What
It
a
will
shot!
not. So very nice shot from Clancy Grandy. Would have loved to stick that for 2, but will save herself from the steal there. And it will be a 1-point lead and the hammer for Corinne Brown when we come back. You're watching the BC Scotties Final live on Check.
You're good. That's good. Good, sweet guys. Good. Great shot, Sarah. Good shot.
It's good. Yeah. Nice. Thanks. Good.
We are back inside the Chilliwack Curling Club, and Melissa, it was a great shot from Clancy Grandy with her last one there in end number 4, but perhaps a chance for her to maybe throw it a little lighter and give herself a chance for 2.
I think so too, John. You know, we look at this, we look at the way she threw that shot. She had it in her mind that she wanted to throw peel weight. And the key there was to get rid of the Yellowstone, obviously, and score a point. But the way the angle was, when you watch this, I think I agree with you. If you throw that a little less, you might have a chance. And you see the one that's being run here, you might have a chance to stick your shooter right there if you don't have that kind of weight and it rolls off. But I think for Clancy, in all honesty, that is a mental win for her. She's coming off giving up a 5-ender and she's not very happy. So for her to make that shot, no matter what, and score a point, I think that's a big, big win in her mind for her. And I think that's good for her moving forward.
Yeah, no question. It was certainly a high degree of difficulty just to make it for 1, and she did indeed make it. And yeah, I agree with you. A chance to get her mind back in the game here, and she made a great shot on her first one too. So we're certainly in for a battle here in the last 6 ends. And just want to remind the viewers out there that the Curl BC 50/50 raffle, the draw is happening today in just a little less than 2 hours time. If you head on over to curlbc.ca, you can get your tickets. One of the great parts about this 50/50 draw is, first of all, you can win $14,000 or even more, depending on how much more money comes in the next 2 hours. But it's looking like at least a $14,000 jackpot for the winner. But you can also decide where your 50/50 money goes. So it's a very cool feature of this 50/50 draw. As we know here at Curl BC, it's a sport for life. It's not just about the competitions that we're watching here. It's about the grassroots programs and the local curling clubs, the leagues and the junior programs and the stick curling programs and the wheelchair curling programs. And you have an opportunity to not only contribute to this Curl BC 50/50 raffle, but you get to decide where your money goes. So it could go to your local curling club. It could go to junior curling. It could go to wheelchair curling, any of those initiatives that you like. So head on over to curlbc.ca, get your tickets, and you could have a chance to make yourself a bit richer and support a great cause in the process.
Good. Good sweep. Good
Nice shot.
11.5. Okay.
Nice
Good
one,
sweep, sir.
Great brushing there and a really nice shot there by Lindsay.
Yeah, fantastic shot from Lindsay Dubé. So that's going to force the peel here for Desiree Hawes.
Clean. Clean.
Follow through.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Good girl.
And a nice shot there from Des, and I think, Melissa, this might be the least rocks we've seen in play this entire game.
I think you are correct.
I think the speed's fine here.
Yeah. Give it to you guys.
Yeah.
Team Brown in slight control position right now, up 1 with hammer in the 5th end. So they are happy to try and keep it relatively clean.
Okay, Kayla's rock, line's good.
Keep it out there a bit, Kayla.
Kayla, you
Just
can
high
go.
as the logo.
Line's good. Line's good, guys.
To the logo.
Okay,
Just
easy
for line.
then. Right here.
Just for line.
Easy. Line's
We're
good.
there.
Doesn't need to
We're there,
finish
we're there.
right now. Easy. No, it'll be there.
Whoa.
So just trying to throw a guard here.
spot,
They
Lindsay.
would like to leave a
Good
little
job,
bit of
guys.
that blue stone exposed. And I think that's a another pretty good shot there by Lindsay.
Yeah, certainly in a great spot.
Yes, 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 yes.
You always know the guard's in a good spot if your opposition is peeling it.
Yeah. Whoa, other way, other way, other way, other way.
This looks like it might be nosing.
Okay.
And that was pretty lucky for Desiree Hawes not to disturb
Very.
that back yellow.
Didn't love that.
Oh, it's for you. Sorry. No, the turn. Oh.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well.
We're gonna roll a little.
Looks like it was going to be a
Just
straight
enough
blue
to
on
kill
blue
it,
on
like,
yellow.
12 and a half is good.
I like that.
Okay.
So Kayla can see about half this stone. So ideally what they'd like is to, they're going to throw about a 12 and a half, which is a nice soft weight, and remove that yellow stone and roll far, far away from the yellow guard and their other blue stone that's in the ring. So big shot here for Kayla. Would love to force Team Brown to have to take a single here and get the hammer back in the even end.
A little big.
12 and a half.
Clean, yep.
Close, yep. 12 and a half.
Whoa, yep.
Easy.
Whoa,
Weight's okay.
Easy.
12 and a half.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Weight's good. Whoa!
Yep.
Gotta hit enough to
Yep.
kill it.
Yep. Hard,
Right
guys,
on the
hard.
yellow.
Hard, right out. Has to be out, has to be
Gotta
out.
go.
Go. Okay.
And that yellow will
Good.
just stick
Do you like
around.
trying to group
So
them?
great separation there, but
This
on
is
the
on.
two blue stones, but just unfortunate that that yellow one doesn't
like
get out
that?
the back.
Okay. 10-5. Okay.
And you heard Kayla there. They really wanted to throw enough to remove that yellow stone, but unfortunately didn't
you
quite
see
do
something
that.
else? Okay.
As we get a look there at Jared Colomea and Jeff Richard, we're going to see them later on this afternoon in the men's final. And of course, Jared Colomea's wife, Sam Fisher, is playing in this game. I'm sure they would love to bring home 2 provincial championships for their mantle later today.
Whoa. Close.
Yep. Yes! Yes!
So trying to roll this yellow stone towards the other blue one, try and group them.
Sorry. That's fine.
Great shot from Aaron Pincott.
We're one, but ideal is just about T-line.
Roll. On the back. You probably aren't shot.
That is a really good shot, and here we see Clancy again without the hammer. I mean, it's
Sorry, where
hard
do
to
you
hit
want
those 2 yellow stones
Like
because they
full
are
top
second
button,
and third
even
shot.
Full T is good here.
So feeling as confident as they do and as comfortable as they do with the draw game, they're going to try and get one right in behind that guard. And again, keep that force alive. But they have to be so careful here, John. And I think that it's good that they're coming around this way. So there shouldn't be any chance of a double unless this one slips too deep.
Line
Top 4.
Thought I was
Top
there.
4.
We want to be T.
Make sure.
Okay, wait's close. Line's great,
Curling
guys.
now.
We can still wait. T.
Back.
Back 4.
Oh, then.
Got to make sure your second shot here.
Do you want to finish?
No.
No
And
finish.
do not want to set up a double.
That's good.
They do not.
14-6.
Just
that
might have
will-
stopped in time.
Yeah, I
Try
think
to
so.
It's good.
Hit and roll.
8.5.
I was thinking the hit and roll off this one, but
Or we can try to do this.
Are they even?
This is a hair above.
Hair what?
Above.
Like a rock above or?
About half a rock.
What would it be like? You're throwing it.
We could throw a big weight and try to hit and roll. Or just play the run.
I think so. Make sure
Okay,
we score here,
8.5.
right? Yeah. You got it.
It's a hair low.
So they talked about 2 options there. They're going to He liked to play the run. The other option was to play the hit and roll towards, but they don't like where that yellow guard is sitting right now, and if they ever miss it, miss the hit and roll, there's a chance for Grandy to get in there again. So great shot there by Aaron.
Yeah, very nice to not lose any of the yellows. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Same thing.
He's been playing fantastic, and pressure back on Clancy Grandy to get this in a good spot. Just another one of those ends, Melissa. Those yellows just kind of hanging around here for Corinne Brown.
Even.
I think we should be counting, John, how many runbacks have been made this game thus far, and it's only the 5th end.
Yeah, these two teams certainly came to play here. That's what you love to see in a provincial championship.
So again, ideally for Team Grandy, they do not want this one to slip behind the tee line.
A little tighter than mine.
I think we're still there though.
Wait there.
Right?
A little heavy.
Where are we?
If
Back
you're
4.
heavy off,
Back 4.
line's never an issue.
Back 8. Watch the angle then, guys.
Back 4, back 8 is
Can we
not
just
a
grab
good
a bit of the back 8?
place for this stone.
Unless it's stopping.
No, we're stopping him. Not a great
Whoa,
spot.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
And that is almost a perfect double setup here for Corinne Brown.
I think so. Again, all you had to, you could even be top 8 on that shot by Clancy there. So just an unfortunate result for her. Not only slipping behind the tee, but as you say, setting up this potential double here for Corinne.
Third?
What's that?
Like third?
Okay. Give me a smidge less.
And if she makes this double, John, I think you now will see those 2 yellow stones potentially come back into play.
Yeah, Corinne made a huge shot with her first in end number 3 to set up a big score. We'll see if she's got it in her locker here once again. It's about a 5-foot double.
No! No! Whoa! No!
And just doesn't curl enough. So close from Corinne Brown, but Clancy Grandy lying 1.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'll just give you a hair less kick.
I'm not sure what weight they called there, John. It was a ton of weight. It was almost peel weight, if not better.
Perfect here, guys.
And they could have just thrown that with their normal and, you know, got the extra curl out of it as well. But a bit of a mistake there by Corinne. She really wanted to, at the very least, get her, you know, keep her yellow shooter in play. So huge chance here now for Clancy. Would love to put this one top button.
Top button. I'd wait.
Sliver wider.
I think you're there, guys.
Close.
It's close.
No,
Can't
A
relate.
good steal opportunity potentially here.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's going to take a while to come over. Just by the way, you saw the way she let that one go, as she just sort of
And then Sarah, go.
spun it on the out turn there.
Yeah, hard, Sarah, hard.
Can't leave it bubble here.
Tight.
Really hard, Sarah. Roll it, yep.
Okay. Oh boy.
Sorry.
And I don't know if Corinne can get to the crotch of those 2 and make a double.
Sorry, guys.
Or she can just draw for 1.
Am I just taking 1? Sorry?
No.
This is lower.
I like this call. I mean, you could
14.
easily take on the double for sure, but why? The key here, you heard Corinne say at the beginning of this end that they want to score. 14. So I like this shot. Just make sure you get your single and get out of this end.
I think you're good here, guys. Full 4, Aaron?
More?
No, sorry. Where does that have to be? Full 4?
Yeah, full 4.
So final stone here for Corinne Brown in end number 5. Could have played the double, but electing to draw the 4-foot for 1.
Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys.
And this is looking like it might need some backing.
Sorry. Sam. Hard Sam. Hard Sam. Hard Sam.
And I think that is good enough, but I'm not sure. Well, that might
I think
actually
it might
be blue.
Yeah, I think it is blue.
Yep.
I
think it's for sure blue. Yeah.
That's what Lindsay thinks, and so does Clancy, so we'll see. They're going to put a stick on it, but yeah, certainly from our angle, it does look like a blue.
always good to measure, especially in a BC Championship final.
Yeah, I don't think it's very close. Just gonna run to the washroom.
You can hear Team Grandy, they're pretty confident that it is them.
Actually, don't even have to be too dehydrated.
And it is indeed a blue, so Clancy Grandy will find a way to tie this game up. It will be 5-5. Corinne Brown will have the hammer when we come back from the fifth end break. But before we do that, we're going to head back into the Czech studio and have Jeff, Stacy, and Elaine break it down for you. Over to you guys. Thanks so much, Stacy. We are here with Corinne Brown, and Corinne, a wild first half, just a lot of momentum swings. What's your assessment of how things have gone so far?
All I can really say is I'm happy I'm tied up with Hammer.
Corinne, the composure that you're showing right now, what do you need to do in the last 5 to come out here victorious?
I think just seeing a point at this point, like not getting up any steals, and just make sure that we're capitalizing when there's a miss.
All right, well, thank you, Corinne. Good luck in the second half of the game. Appreciate you joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds. We're going to head to a break now, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of this BC Scotties final. Welcome back, curling fans, inside the Chilliwack Curling Club in beautiful Chilliwack, British Columbia. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo for the call on this BC Scotties final. Team Brown and Team Grandy. And Melissa, what a wild first half. Clancy Grandy scores in 4 of the ends. Corinne Brown only scores in 1, but we are tied 5-5.
Get it over, Des. Hard.
It has been quite the roller coaster, as Stacy pointed out, and I agree, John. You know, and I think one of the biggest things is even though the score is as it is, and you can see it there, is that I think Corinne herself is a little mad at herself. You know, she had the opportunity to score in that last end and be up 2 here coming into 6, and it's quite a different ball game now when you're tied 5-5. But she does have hammer in this all-important even end, and she needs to keep that in mind and just keep playing their game. They're playing really well. They started off slow, but they've really got some momentum, and you know, just one missed draw and here we are tied.
Yeah, the one positive for Corinne, having the hammer in those even ends, and that is always a boon, especially when it gets to the second half of the game. I would just also like to mention this end brought to you by Check TV, an independent employee-owned TV station serving Vancouver Island and Greater Vancouver, and we're thrilled to partner with them once again for coverage of this BC Provincial Championship. We've got the Scotties final here right now. We'll have the men's final for you at 2 p.m. local time. Stacy, Jeff, Elaine, the whole crew at Czech have been phenomenal to work with, and we appreciate having them on board.
Close. Whoa. Wait only. Whoa. Yep, straight line, straight. Whoa. Wait only. Wait's good. Gotta go. Yep, hard then, girls. Hard, girls. Hard, girls. You gotta be to it. Gotta be to it. Hard, girls. Hard, girls. Go, 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 go. Sorry. Good throw. 15-2.
This one's just almost touching top 4.
So we'll take a look here, Melissa, at the stats through the first half of the game, and good numbers as we expect, 82% for Team Grandy to 76 for Corinne Brown, but you can see there, yeah, a few misses for Corinne, has her at 63%, but she did make that phenomenal shot in 3 that's probably worth an extra 20% on its own, but certainly super tight in the numbers as we expected coming into this one.
Top 12.
And I would agree, and we have seen a couple of misses for sure, and that's why maybe the skips themselves are a little bit lower, as we mentioned, but look at the game by Lindsay, 98%.
Hard lines, go. Yep. You gotta go. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard.
So a great setup here for Grandy by Sarah Loken.
I'll make the
And
top
the second
double.
shot by Sam Fisher just comes up
Just
slightly
hair
short, but
high
still
with
in
like
a
an
good position.
8.5. It'll just kind of roll to the, just over. Do you like that?
So Lindsay was trying to freeze to that yellow stone,
High
just comes
just
up
looks like
a couple
we're
feet
stuffing
short.
it. Can you cross it low? I'll spring a bit better. Oh, low? Sure, we can do low. It's like it's like 7/8 to try to get it off
Low
of here.
looks better, yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
7/8 low.
Sorry, intern? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Des.
I think this is the right call, John. It doesn't look too satisfactory to come the other way. So I think if you hit it on the low side, you might get both and roll off your shooter.
Yes, for sure. And I love the idea of opening it up here too. You know, we talk a lot about scoring in the even ends, and I know you mentioned Melissa Corinne seeming a little upset with herself in that fifth end break interview. I'm sure she would just love to score here and get herself feeling good, even if it's only a single point.
A bit more. Do you like the in still? Or
I
do you
agree,
wanna
and you mentioned it. You know,
Doesn't matter.
5 ends to go.
Just
You
do the in.
theoretically
Okay,
have
let's
3 hammers to there too,
So halfway
and
depth
it's
is
really
good.
important in this
Okay.
last half a game to score in the even ends.
Okay.
So just a little wide there for Des, just misses the double, but does manage to get one off. So Lindsay is about to try and replace it.
Little tighter than halfway.
Okay, you can wait then. Line's good.
Just above the
You can
logo.
wait. You can wait.
Just for line.
No, you gotta wait.
Tight. Really
Yeah,
tight.
it's Sarah's rock as well.
Really tight.
You gotta wait.
Bottom half of the logo.
Easy. Wait as long as you can. Okay,
Just
finish
to the
now.
logo
Finish
now.
now.
You can go.
Finish
You can
now.
go.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
A little more. Sorry, guys.
Okay, it's good. It's good. Just a hair high that way, because this will come back and catch there.
That looks like a great
Is that what you're
spot.
seeing, or you see something else?
Seeing the other way.
The other way,
Yeah,
we'll just
another
pick
nice
our
shot
screen.
for Lindsay Dubé. We saw in the numbers she's the
Sorry?
a high woman out there right now, curling over
You have to hit
90%.
it really thin.
I think that's okay.
Okay.
Whatever you're seeing, Corinne. You could look.
Sorry, you wanted this way? Yeah. Okay.
The momentum is
It's like 7/8 high.
Let's go, Des.
Another peel attempt here, or run back actually, trying to at least get rid of 2 of those blues for Des.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This one looks pretty close.
Got it, girl. Right over.
Great shot.
Lovely shot there from Desiree Hawes.
I was gonna say, don't look like
And that house starting to look a little bit better if you're Team Brown.
Split center.
Straight guarding the yellow. This is a little less ice than Lynn's.
Yeah, this is a hair less than hers. Okay.
So another guard attempt here by Kayla McMillan.
Halfway.
Just me?
Team Grandy is
just
going to
higher
work
for
hard
level.
here. They don't mind forcing Team Brown to a single. Obviously, a steal would be a bonus, but
Curling now.
if they can ever
Little higher
just
than
force them
that.
to one, and
Keep it
with
moving
Hammer,
on.
they may try and get 2 in the 7th end.
Oh, you're good, you're good.
This looks pretty good.
Good throw.
Yeah, nice spot there for Kayla McMillan.
Or do you want to try that?
Too high to roll on.
Yeah, I don't mind the rip. Just a rip.
Or do
Just
we
watch it
see-
off the side here.
I mean, they have to keep making it perfect, right?
Yeah.
Go iron.
So another peel here for Aaron Pincott.
Oh, clean.
And I think they're just playing the straight
Off the
peel this
side.
time, John, not the run back.
Close. Yep.
Yeah, we heard them say that Grandy's going to have to continue. Ooh, this would be nice if we could get that on the rings. Wow.
What a
that is
shot.
Very
Little
nice
bonus there.
result. Yeah, very nice result for Aaron Pincott.
That
That is
one's on.
absolutely on
Yeah.
the rings. Yep.
Do you like this?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
I
do we
agree
do?
with Clancy.
I think we do
My
that.
other thought
I
was
do
like
too.
hit and roll to center.
Could.
Because if they play that middle one, there's going to be a pretty easy double, I think.
Yeah. We could.
I'll just go down.
Sure. I don't mind it.
I don't mind hitting that one either that just
my
rolled
first
on,
thought
John.
was
And the
hit and
reason
roll
why
with
is
the-
if for any reason things go sideways in the
Not
middle,
like this.
that's
but-
a
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
good
mind this.
tap back
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah.
there for
Yeah, 'cause it's
Brown.
hard for
So
them to
that's in
not
a
leave
really
a
good
double, and if
place
you
right
make
now
this
for
perfect,
Team Brown.
Like 11 and a half, do you like?
Yeah, I've got
Team Brown
most
still
of
has
it.
to make a shot here
I
over
think
in the
11 and a
middle.
half is
So
good.
Pretty good. Okay.
I kind of like this shot. I like the hit and roll towards center.
You see it run a little straight here. Here.
I like
So I think we
that.
can hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it.
Yeah, I think the
You guys
key
like
here
this?
for
I like it.
Kayla
Yeah, this was my
McMillan
first
is
thought.
she's got to keep her shooter on the rings.
11 and a half.
Yes.
Even if you don't roll perfectly, you just want to make sure your blue's sticking around somewhere.
All right, like you can.
Maybe a sliver more for the roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Give it to you guys.
I guess without those 2 rocks being closer together in the middle, you know, if she does make the hit and roll, there could be a double possibility back for Team Brown. So
11. Hair big. Wait. Lindsay.
I know you're a little bit more
Hard lens.
favoring
11.
the hitting the one
Hard
that's
lens.
in the
lens.
center line
11.
area.
Whoa.
So we'll see what happens
Whoa.
here. She can get the roll to the center.
Hard
Sarah.
Follow the yellows.
Plan B.
Go, go, go all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way out, all
That
the way,
was
all the
not
way.
what they were calling, but
plan.
phenomenal result.
Just a hair low.
Yeah, that's the best possible
Or try to
shot
play
that you
this
could make,
Yeah. Hair high.
whether you called it or
Kinda
not.
weight.
Absolutely.
Whatever you know.
Little smile
like
from
that.
Kayla.
What
Oh,
kind of
sure,
weight do you
yeah.
have?
Bit of a
Why
bonus.
not? Yeah.
Hair high.
She didn't know
Yeah.
when she was asking Clancy for a little extra
Roll
ice
the
that
shooter,
was going to
Des.
be the key.
Or
So
did
Aaron
she?
Pincott will make a double back here, and this is the first time in any game between these two teams that we've watched that
Yes!
we may be approaching
Gotta go.
something like a blank.
Gotta go hard. Gotta go. Roll it hard. Hard. Go, 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 go.
Nice
Yeah,
shot
lovely
by
shot.
Aaron.
Lovely shot from Aaron Pincott. Won't quite get the roll behind the corner guard, but gets rid of both blues.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, John, in the games that we've done together this weekend, has there been one blank?
Ooh, now that's a good trivia question.
11 and a half.
If there has been, it's
Okay, let's get
only
your
one. I know
hard
Clancy
back.
had a shot for a
think,
blank against Reese Hansen yesterday and beaked it.
Right.
I've had one here and good, hold it.
But yeah, no, certainly not too many. This is a lot of teams on both sides of the draw, the men's and women's, that like to play aggressively with lots of rocks in play, and certainly makes it a treat to broadcast.
You're big still. Okay, you can clean it. 10-8. Easy though.
Big. 10-5.
Close.
Sarah?
Sarah,
Still big.
go.
Sarah, go.
Hard, Sarah.
You got to make sure you stick this if you're Clancy Grandy.
Little roll. All the way, all the way, all the way. Okay, good.
And she will.
Yeah, 10-8.
Chance maybe now for
Ideally,
Corinne Brown to make a hit and
just a
roll
little
here,
heavier.
Melissa.
Yeah. Good sweep.
Yeah, I agree, and ideally that's why they were trying to roll that rock, you know, farther away from the center, or sorry, the corner guard. They didn't want to give any opportunity for a hit and roll here for Corinne Brown, but it is still quite a far roll. But she's gonna take it on, I would imagine.
Yeah, same thing for Corinne here, I think, Melissa, is you just don't want to roll out. You don't want to give Clancy the chance to draw around that corner guard for free and potentially force you.
Yep. Oh, yep. Oh, lots of yep. Whoa. Yep.
Looking for the roll. Will it sit in time? Gotta stick around.
She's close.
And
oh, it just rolls out.
It will just roll out on Corinne Brown, and so now
Good sweep.
Clancy Grandy with the opportunity to get a force here with a good draw.
They played that roll very, very aggressively and
Yeah.
in a good way. You know, in a way that's good, but at the same time, as you say, they've given a freebie here to Clancy now to get one around. But you know, at the end of the day, as Team Brown said, they do want to score here in 6. So they want someone to score, whether they give up one or they get one. So, and I think if you're Team Brown, you do want to score here. You want to get your single.
Top 4. Line's good.
Should be less than my last one.
All you.
Top 4. Line's great, guys.
Good.
Top 4.
Okay, you don't need to.
Got room.
It's got lots of rotation.
This looks a little hot.
We're just heavy. Back 4. It should stop. We're burying. That's good.
Okay. Good judge, guys.
And a little heavy from Clancy Grandy. I wonder if Corinne can see that out the other side. No, she can't.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And so she will get forced to draw for 1.
Full 8.
Okay. Let's go, Corinne. I think you can.
Let's go. Nice 15.
So just needing full 8 foot here with her last. Corinne Brown looking to score for just the 2nd time in this game. And she does not like it out of her hands.
Have a look, guys. Have a look. It's tracking. Line's fine. It's tracking. Whoa, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's curling now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Curling now.
You got to leave this in the hands of your brushers. They know what they need to do here, and no mistake made there by Corinne. Great shot.
Nice row.
So maybe a temporary panic, but the sweepers always felt it was there, and indeed it was. So it will be a single point for Corinne Brown in the 6th. Clancy Grandy will have the hammer when we come back. You are watching the BC Scotties Final live on Check.
keep it positive. We'll get it there.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back. Team Brown and Team Grandy locked in a battle here. Team Brown in the lead once again, Melissa, but the sixth end probably didn't go exactly the way they would have liked.
No, for sure. They really wanted to try and score a deuce there in 6, but you know, it was a pretty open end. We were seeing that, and I think that, you know, that hit and roll out, they really tried on Corinne's first one to be aggressive with the roll. It probably didn't need to be that aggressive, but I understand why they were trying to do that. They were trying to get a skips deuce. But the important thing there, I think, for Corinne, for a number of reasons, is that she did score her single. She got that draw out of her hand. She made it. She, as you said, maybe a small panic. But I think, again, for Corinne, she needs to start thinking like she's, you know, back in this game, and she's got to get her confidence back. She may have lost it just ever so briefly after the 5th end.
This 7th end is brought to you by Ice King, supplying world-class ice scraping equipment, high-quality blade sharpening, and curling rink equipment to curling clubs around the world.
Okay, Sam. Good judge.
Okay.
This one shot back here. Do you have
So
enough
Sam
to play
Fisher
on it?
slides just a little bit deep with that stone.
Yeah, we don't need to kill it, so you can just throw like just through.
Yeah, I like just through.
Okay, roll your shooter.
Okay. Mine felt like that was the weight I threw. This was quite a bit more ice than what you had.
Yeah, Kayla threw like a 12.5. I think we're looking for less than that.
Okay. I think this
Like a 13.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a hair less.
Do you think a hair less?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Looks better.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give it to us still. We'll hold it for you.
Just through?
Shot round yours, Kayla,
Yeah,
similar to yours.
12, 5, 13.
Yep. Line.
Hard.
Hard line.
This is
it there.
probably the
Oh,
first
great.
shot like this that Sarah Loken has had to play. She's been playing mostly guards and come around freezes. Now she's got a little extra weight here, just throwing backline weight to try and get to the face of that one and push that Yellowstone out a bit. Would love to have kept her shooter in play, but it looks like it just ticked that top blue one.
Yeah, just unfortunate there for Sarah Loken. Very close, but just moves it off of the 4-foot, so not a bad result.
Yeah, I think
And
a
one
really
thing-
good result, actually.
One thing we haven't discussed, Melissa, too, is perhaps a little bit of additional pressure
lots
for
of line.
Team Brown in this final, as the Scotties, the Canadian Championships, are being held in Sam, Aaron, and Corinne's hometown of Kamloops. So, you know, I know for a lot of curlers, it's a dream to get to the national championship, but that dream is accelerated when it's in your own hometown, and that's certainly got to be weighing on their minds at least a little bit here today, I would think.
Oh, I would totally agree. You know they've been planning for this and prepping for this and training for this. They would like nothing better than to play in the national championship in their hometown.
It's just we have to stay close to the 4-foot.
Okay.
I was almost wondering if you.
I have half the rock.
Yeah, like with just. I mean, you don't have to kill it again. It's kind of like a heavy draw.
Okay.
Do you like that at all?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of thinking we just
Don't
do
want to
this.
leave them to freeze to it. Like if we
Yeah,
sit
we gotta
there.
roll.
Yeah, I think we want to kill it and roll. Like
Yeah.
same weight Sarah just played.
Like a 12.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can be on the 13 side. And we can
And on the other side of the sheet, Melissa, also maybe some additional pressure from the fact that none of these 4 players have won a women's provincial championship before. They've all had success at the junior level, but only an appearance at the Scotties for Clancy as an alternate in 2020. So it's you know, additional pressure too when you're trying to win your first. And there's always pressure in finals, but certainly a few little added pressure points for these 2 squads, as that's a great shot there from Lindsay
Do you
Dubé.
like the run?
What a terrific shot is right. And John, you're right. You know, not only is this a BC final, but you've got all those external factors that always play into your mind. Obviously not during this game, but leading up to this game. And you got to try and put them in the back of your mind and just focus on the task at hand.
I don't like the freeze.
Timeout.
Timeout.
I would agree with this call. I think I think this might be a good time to talk to their
I think
coach,
if it was yours,
Jim
Aaron,
Cotter.
we would, but I don't think
Team
we
Brown
do yet.
without the hammer here, and their opposition line 2, one that's fully buried. And
Or you can just take it.
if you don't make this freeze, you're looking at potentially giving up a 3. So maybe just a chance to talk to Jim.
Yeah, but eventually she's just gonna
Yeah,
take
Jim
it.
Cotter, we know, a ton of experience, 10 Brier appearances, and has taken
even
over
if you just
coaching
rip
this Brown
this,
team
like,
this
if you
year and
get-
brings
if
a
you don't
lot of
get either
expertise to the
them,
fold, so we'll listen in on what
where's
they have
she
to say
going?
here.
She's gonna go somewhere in here probably.
Whole group.
And then we'll have this double,
We've got
maybe
like
a triple.
All right. What's your thought?
My first thought was the run.
Yeah.
Don't love the freeze personally, but
You don't love it?
I thought you guys were on board with that one. That's why I called it.
Yeah,
Okay.
my first thought was the run as well.
Yeah.
You got options. You can come onto this one as well. That's my first thought.
Kill one of them and then
Yeah.
Hopefully
get out of it
Yeah,
a little
net
bit
this
with some
one.
doubles.
Yeah, exactly. And then it opens up. There's lots of rocks. Make some doubles and get out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe roll out or something like that.
Okay.
You'll have options after. Yeah.
I think you play this one because then, because then.
Yeah, sure.
we've seen it a lot too, right? So.
Yep. Okay. Like that?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Make it. You got it.
Do you like their fries, Des?
You like this call as well, Melissa?
Yeah.
I think so, especially because you're running your own back. I think you take a chance at it on the first one for sure, or at least one try, pardon me, for sure, and just try, especially because it's Desiree's shot. You still have 4 rocks
All right,
left
Des, let's
after
go.
this. I just want to give a shout out to Jim Cotter. I mean, he came off a really, really tough loss last night in the semifinal, and for him to be here this morning, first thing, coaching these girls and putting everything that he went through behind him and just focusing on helping Team Brown, be their best out there today. I just want to give him full kudos.
Around the back?
No.
Just peel it then. It's close.
Do they get
Catch
the
it.
back
Atta girl.
one? They will.
Nice
So
shot.
that was nice shot from Desiree Hawes. That was one of the options they talked about, that if they threw the run, even if they didn't get the one on the forefoot, they could get that other one. And so good call from Corinne Brown and Jim Cotter's suggestion there too. And yeah, absolutely, Melissa. I have played in many provincial championships over the years. I've been in a few finals, and don't ask me how those finals went, but I've taken that long road, and I couldn't imagine also coaching at the same time. And I was telling you a little bit before the game, I saw Jim this week. They had a win where Jim's team was playing at the same time as Corinne's team, and Jim's team was lucky enough to win that game in 8 ends, so they were off the ice in 8. And Jim immediately went to the locker room, put on his Team Brown jacket, and went over and watched the last 2 ends of the Brown game and actually got out there for a timeout. So just to be able to wear those 2 hats and
10-5?
end up with a bronze medal as well as coaching these ladies to an appearance in the final, it's I'm sure been an insane week for him, and his dedication to the sport is unrivaled, that's for sure.
10.
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Just shows you what kind of guy he is as well. So great shot there by Team Grandy, now getting one almost fully buried behind that guard. So they are trying to set themselves up for 2 here in the 7th end.
11 and a
Yeah, it's
half.
been a very well played end by Team Grandy so far, been in complete control here with the hammer.
You can hold it here for you.
So again, the way both of these teams are playing, this just isn't a straightforward hit. I think for Kayla, she wants to roll, as Clancy pointed out, roll a little to the side, a little away from your other stone, simply because if you nose it, I think there could be a potential double opportunity there for Erin. So, and you don't want to give Erin another chance to play a double or anything like that. So trying to keep this end alive, roll out to the outside.
Yep. Whoa. Hair down. Whoa. Lynn. Hard, Lynn. Whoa. Yep. Right over. Great shot.
Oh, that's a great shot.
11-1.
Perfect shot from Kayla McMillan.
How much do you have of that one out of curiosity? Okay. I'll throw a bit less. Yeah. Let's go here.
Yeah, really nice shot from Kayla, rolling to pretty much a perfect spot. And so all Erin Pincott can do is try to roll over towards that corner guard.
Exactly. Just keep trying to roll closer and closer to that blue one as you can.
Shin nose.
And if things go your way, you may have a chance at a double a little bit later.
Let's get Erin. Okay.
So unfortunately won't get a roll there, and Clancy Grandy looking set up nicely still here in the 7th.
Okay.
Nice one. Speed shouldn't be any different. It's a bit wider.
No, I don't think so. Alright, still give it to you guys.
Yeah.
Kayla looking for a repeat on this particular shot. Nose or just a couple inches to the outside roll.
11.
Pair more.
About same.
Okay.
Well, same weight.
Clean. Then. Clean.
Yep. It's coming off.
Yep. Easy.
Yep. 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 Hard.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. 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 Good. Good. Nice shot.
Wow. Just
11-6.
yeah, absolutely perfect is right.
Nice throw.
Came
11-6.
down.
Came down though.
Yeah, that's shows you the high level that these teams play at, making, I mean, that's ultimately kind of a risky roll. If you roll out, you can see half of the blue one on the other side. So if you ever roll out, Corinne can certainly get at the blue shot stone behind the guard. It's not perfectly buried. So to play with fire like that and make the shot perfectly just speaks to how good these teams are.
Definitely. That's a really great point, John. So chance here now for Corinne again to do the same thing. Would love to roll towards the center or even farther if she can. But first job obviously is to get rid of that blue one. You can see her throwing probably normal weight here to try and get some action on her shooter.
Whoa.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Follow it.
Love it to be shot.
And everyone just watching it there, yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to sweep that, John. Obviously, Brown didn't want to sweep it because they still wanted to be shot rock, and Grandy didn't want to sweep it because they didn't want to bury it in behind that blue stone. So everyone just standing there and watching to see where it lands.
Really little flop Lindsay's way. Okay.
So I would guess, Melissa, here, Clancy would love a little roll to the middle.
I believe so. Yep. Take away any possibility for a freeze. Like if you roll behind the guard, you're setting yourself up for a freeze. She's in a good position here to score 2, so if she can just nose or roll a little to the middle, she should be just fine to secure her deuce, pardon me.
11. Heavy clean. Close to 11 and a half. Heavy clean. Yep. 11 and a half.
Yep.
Hard. Hard. It's moving. Hard.
Hard.
Gotta
Don't
keep
want
your
to
shooter in the
lose
rings here.
Do not want to lose it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And that is very nice.
Okay.
10-9.
Very nice from Clancy Grandy. But there might
Great
be a double here
rushing.
for Corinne if she wanted to take it on, but she won't. She's just going to hit the open one and concede the 2.
Just make it go away at this point.
I guess it's just maybe a little risky, Melissa, to chase after the thin double here.
I would say there is some risk to it for sure. I think with Corinne with the 1-point lead and knowing that she could get hammer in the 8th end, you know, being down 1, I think she's very, very comfortable with that. So she's not willing to take any risk at this point. Just make it go away and give Clancy the draw for 2.
9 and a half. Lots of weight. 9. Oh then. Clean. No, actually,
Yeah, with
no.
peace.
No. Okay.
And so
8-9.
Corinne will roll out, and this will be a draw to hit paint for Clancy Grandy to take back the lead for the first time since the second end.
Same line as you, Sarah. We took just edge, like the normal drop line.
Yeah.
Same weight you gave us last end.
Yeah, it's nice here.
Yeah. Put it on T-line.
Yeah, I'll make it good for you.
So final stone for Clancy Grandy has had
I think you're there.
a perfect 7th end and looking to put the perfect cap on it here and get 2 points up on the board.
Kind of a bit of a frosty spot.
I don't think you really need to.
I don't think you can hurt it.
Good. No, we're fine.
Yeah, 14-7. It's really curling though. Yeah, should be right to tee.
And that will settle in the rings just fine. So it will be a 2 spot for Clancy Grandy, and she will take back the lead. She'll be up 7-6. Corinne Brown will have the hammer when we come back. You are watching the BC Scotties final live on Check.
It was an aggressive
Room. Gotta go. It's got no line at all.
You have to curl.
Back inside the Chilliwack Curling Club, Melissa Clancy Grandy took her a while, but she now has the lead back. I mean, what a game. We're just going back and forth so much here, my head's starting to spin.
I agree. This is unbelievably exciting. I'm so looking forward to the last 3 ends of this game, and as you say, Clancy Grandy, this is the first time she's had the lead for a while, and I think it's important for Team Brown now with this all-important 8th end
Just halfway.
to try and manufacture their
Wait a
deuce
bit
here.
if you can for line. Room right now. Still room, guys. Okay. Lindsay's raw.
This 8th end is brought to you by the province of British Columbia and Tourism BC. They support our curling championships through grants, and we appreciate them for it. And we also have to give a shout out to the City of Chilliwack and Tourism Chilliwack. They've been phenomenal hosts. I think I'm not telling any tales out of school here, Melissa, that this Chilliwack Curling Club, one of the more beautiful curling facilities in the province, and we've been really lucky to be here all week long.
Just been tremendous. Absolutely. What a fantastic host Chilliwack has been.
I don't know if they do stop it there, actually. Pass down. Wait.
And so, yeah, Melissa, it has been a great game. They were looking at whether or not that rock was on the center line because, of course, this is being played under the no-tick rule. It seems like it's not on there, but Corinne Brown going to draw to the middle here, Sam Fisher. And let's talk a little bit about this 8th end in general. What's the plan for Corinne Brown here? Do they need to sell out really hard to get 2 here?
Okay, go the other way.
Well, I think they almost want to. I mean, they're not going to go all out and risk anything, giving up any kind of, multiple points or anything. But on this particular shot, because that center guard is not on touching the center, and they had the ability to remove it if they want, I'm really surprised actually that Corinne didn't peel it and roll to a second center guard. I really am, or corner guard, pardon me. I really am. I mean, they made a fantastic shot. Don't get me wrong, but that guard could come back to haunt you.
Yeah, we've seen a few opposition stones come back to haunt teams in this game, so I'm sure Corinne Brown would prefer to keep her ghosts underground.
Yep, you gotta go.
Top 12.
Yeah, for Team Grandy, they have one objective in mind here, and that is to force Team Brown to a single point here in 8. So they're very happy that guard is still up there.
Hard, right to it. Go. Sorry.
And just a touch light there from Lindsay Dubé, and
Good sweep.
Team Brown will continue to lie the one here.
Let's go.
You know, I do want to point out that after my slow brain is thinking about it, John, too, is that, obviously that blue rock that was on the button was in too good of a position for Brown, and that's why she elected to move it, and of course a perfect shot was made. So we do have to think about that as well, but there was a chance for her to set up 2 corner guards and try and take that play away from the middle a little bit. Right now the scoring area is going to be pretty tight here, and this might set up those yellows for a potential double.
The double.
I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like you can see enough of it. There you go.
Peel.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate miss there for Desiree Hawes. Was trying to freeze on that top blue one. And her rock comes a little deep, and so this is a pretty academic double here for Lindsay Dubé, and if she makes it, they'll be sitting 3.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't really want to hit this too much on the outside, John, or that yellow will bounce towards the corner guard.
Good shot.
But no mistake there.
Good call.
Very nice from Lindsay Dubé. So indeed, Clancy Grandy sitting 3
Go under the guard.
without the hammer here in 8.
Or do you prefer under center?
I don't hate
this.
A look there at
This first.
Sarah Loken's
I don't hate
family.
that.
We have
Her mom Susan there, her brother. I don't know if those are her grandparents or not. I've never seen them before in my life, but I assume so. It seems like they all know each other. But yeah, Susan used to be the manager of the Peace Arch Curling Club where I came up curling, and I mentioned on the broadcast on Friday night, I've known Sarah since she was probably 13 or 14 years old, and has always had a tremendous dedication to the game, and her entire family has. And it's been fun to watch her progress into one of the best players in the province. That's for sure.
Close, yep. Whoa, weights up. Yep, whoa, yep, whoa, whoa. No.
Trying to get the hit roll under here.
Yeah, you need this to stick around.
That's fine.
And it looks like it will stop just in time to be second shot.
Hit that, like they can't really.
Hit and roll under.
Sure. Okay.
So rolls just a little bit too far,
still
and
same weight,
this
like
will be
11
wide
and a half?
open for Kayla McMillan.
Okay.
Do you think we'll get a little extra curl here?
I think it'll just finish a little at the end, not as much as the path I played.
Okay, you said 11.5?
Yeah.
Maybe edge?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
His nose isn't bad, right?
No, that's good.
All right, let's make the roll.
Great conversation there again. Just lots of communication between these 4 players, especially the back end here. Just completely understanding the call before you throw it.
Clean.
11.5.
Clean.
Coming down.
Yep.
Would love to get a hit and roll here, John, behind, but a nose isn't that bad either.
Really hard,
You definitely don't want to give
Sarah.
Team Brown anything
Really
to freeze
hard.
to.
Yep, hard.
Yep. Whoa. Go right into it. Okay.
And that will roll right out of the rings. So little unfortunate there for Kayla McMillan. And perhaps an opportunity for Corinne Brown now, Melissa.
Yeah.
We should be good here. Let's go.
Yeah, they have an ability here to get right to the 4-foot top button, fully buried behind those 2 blue stones.
Mine's good.
Eight's nice. Top 4.
Line's good.
Top 4.
Close
Yep,
line. Yep. Whoa.
Just line. Top 4 team.
Back 4. Back 4.
Yeah, it's running.
Really hot.
What was it?
They really liked it out of her hand, but you can just see it tracking a little bit there, and when it does, it runs straighter, and which means it's going to sail here to the back. They weren't panicked about that at all, John. I'm so surprised that rock went as far as it did.
Yeah, they didn't seem to notice it until about halfway down. I just wonder if it's perhaps something from the 5th end break. Sometimes when they let the ice sit there for 10 minutes and they do the mop, the draw speed can get a little bit quicker, but they have played down this path 2 ends ago. So yeah, not too sure what happened there, but certainly phenomenal chance now for Kayla McMillan to really put some pressure on Team Brown here.
So this is so crucial in managing the stone. There's two things that you want to see happen. If you can get it to top button, you want to fully bury it. If it's not going to be to top button, you almost want to show a piece so that if Brown comes around the other way, you'll have that opportunity. But this one again looks like it's doing this almost the same thing as Aaron's.
Right back. Right back, right back. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Just hung out there a bit, and
Sorry, Kayla.
and they swept it to the back, which is probably a good plan B.
Yeah, me too.
Out there.
Yeah.
My finger caught it at the end though. I saw
That's why I was worried.
Yeah. Good judge.
So again, a chance for Corinne Brown.
No, this is the same.
Clancy Grandy lying 3 as we get a good look at the trophy table there. Both teams would love to get those medals of a golden color.
Right, another try here for Aaron. She's going to make a slight adjustment on the weight.
Top 4.
Line only. Like it's hot.
No line.
Line only.
Yeah, waiting
No,
right now.
no. T-line back 4.
No. No.
Close for line. Close.
Don't
Yes,
want to.
yes, yes.
Line
Don't
only.
you have
Line
to.
only.
You have to. Whoa. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sit. Okay.
And just a little deep from Aaron Pincott, but they will roll in for shot.
This here will be good.
Yeah. And Melissa, I'm getting a text update from Ross Scott, the ice maker at the Peace Arch Curling Club. He's informed me that that is not Sarah's grandfather, but Terry Peel, a Peace Arch Curling Club supporter. So again, it just goes to show you how tight-knit the curling community is. Driving out to Chilliwack to watch Sarah play, fantastic to see.
Yeah. The adjustment from that.
Yeah. Right on to you guys.
So
Yeah,
Clancy
it's not just
Grandy
who wants
here,
to be
John.
a millionaire that has phone a friend. Sorry, go ahead, Melissa.
Clancy has a chance to draw. She's actually taking the other turn, and the reason for that is because Aaron's rock curled so much it actually over-curled, over-buried. So they think that they have a chance here now on this in-turn side to lock it right on. Unfortunately for Aaron, that rock just coming to the back button. This has a curl a ton here. Looks like it's pretty close.
Do not want to be heavy here.
Oh boy, I think she's a foot heavy.
I think so. Like.
So close.
Yeah, it looks like the chance is there for Team Brown now. Just with that slight bump.
Okay, try and sit 2 or.
Yeah, if Corinne can ever get inside of this one and move the blue one back, it's
I like a bit less.
going to be up to Clancy to make a big shot to get out of trouble.
Nose.
14-2-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there from the sweepers, I think, from the front end, and
14-2-ish, I'm
just
thinking?
ever so slightly. They
backing?
were trying to sweep it for curl,
that?
but you know it did carry a lot farther than they thought as well.
On this side,
So just that dreadful freeze tick off, and so great chance here now for Corinne to try and get to the inside of that blue Grandy stone.
Yeah, should be close. You got this.
Just get a tiny little tap here. Even if you freeze, it's fine.
So a big shot here for Corinne Brown. Her team's been chasing for most of this end, but will have a chance to lie too.
Back 4. T-line. T-line. Whoa.
Fisher and Hawes on this, trying to hold it.
T-line.
You got to make sure you tap this blue one back. The line is perfect. Will they move it far enough?
What a shot.
Fantastic shot from Corinne Brown. Perfect weight. And we'll take another look at this one here. Very well managed by Hawes and Fisher. All the way in, leaning on it. And the blue moves just far enough. Lovely touch from the skipper from Kamloops.
She's probably drawing this
What a
way,
terrific
but
shot by Corinne, and you know Clancy's been in
Yeah, it
a
doesn't.
little bit
it
of
just
control. They've
really
had their
slow
opportunities to
much.
actually
Like, it's
really
always
put
going on to the
Corinne
5,
behind
yeah.
the 8 ball here, but a
But
couple
it's a
of
matter of do we
half
does
shots
it, like,
has
spin
gave
off at all, like to
Team Brown that opportunity
just
here.
dead
So
jam?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
I don't
it's
think
just
Clancy's
can
looking at
there.
whether she can peel these out or
I
not.
think we
Play
just play
who
this.
knows? Yeah. So if we're playing that, I think that is a backline shot.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for backline, I think we're here.
Like that?
Yeah. You like that?
I do.
Okay.
So they first looked at whether or not they could peel these, John, but they're obviously worried that that second Yellowstone will jam, and it
Back
probably
line, stay on the
will.
face of
And
that
you'll
line?
lose your
Okay.
shooter. So they're going to throw
Just bump the
backline
other
weight,
one,
come
just
to the
kinda flying
face of
up.
the stone
Yeah.
that was just thrown by Corinne. And if you can ever tap yellow onto yellow, the
Just let her know
blue
the
shooter
weight.
should be second shot, and it would make Corinne have to throw a really difficult draw to try and get to.
Back line. Back line, hack.
Through.
Wait.
So final stone here for
Sarah.
Clancy Grandy.
Through. Hack.
Sarah!
This is hanging.
Gotta go.
Yeah, this looks like a little extra weight here.
Gotta push it. Go, go, go. You're working.
Got to get rid of one of the yellows here.
Okay.
And I think that's good enough to prevent a 3.
We'll just get another look at the overhead here and see if there's any chance
What are
for
we?
more than
Might
3.
be them, it's close, but I think we do this.
Okay, they're actually saying it's close, yeah.
No, I didn't.
If you just hit this open one.
Yeah,
It's really close.
Attack. 10.5.
See, if it wasn't
is one of
close, you'd
those-
probably
What
see
do you
Corinne
think?
draw
I
here,
we
I
just
think,
throw kinda
Melissa.
same weight.
I agree. Yeah, so if you're going to
Like
hit
half
this
speed.
one,
Let's go
Yeah, it's wide open.
hit this one, nose it, and
Nose.
measure and
Yeah.
see
That
if
little?
you get lucky and get your
Yeah.
3. I can't
Hold it
really
here.
tell either. John, my initial gut says it's blue, but
Yeah, it looks very close.
Just hack. Think we're
But job
only
1 is
one.
to get rid of this blue and score 2.
It's fine, Karen. Let's make this.
Let's go. Just hack.
Nice 12.5. If you can.
So final stone here for Corinne Brown in end number 8.
Girl.
It's a hack waiter for 2, potentially 3.
girl.
Gotta make
Hard.
sure you get the nose of it though. Desiree Hawes trying to bring this over. And she will. So it's 2 at least for Corinne Brown, and we will see what happens on the measure.
Yeah, 2 for sure.
Based on that comment from Corinne, I wonder if she thinks it's blue
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like from the overhead that it might be blue, but I am also legally blind, so
So the rip might have been
you never know. You should see my glasses. They're
What'd that time at?
thicker than pancake syrup.
Sorry, guys. Feel it's not blue, but I don't know. I don't claim to know. Yeah.
So Corinne not sure exactly
Like,
where it is. It seems like both teams don't really know. It must be pretty close. Often on measures we hear on the mics one team say definitively that they feel like it's them, but nothing really indicated, so we'll see. This would be an absolutely massive 3rd point for Corinne Brown. So the official has gone by the blue stone, and we'll get a look here. Ooh, that is close, but it is indeed blue. So very, very good try there for Corinne for 3, but they will pick up 2, which would have been the goal when the end started. They take the lead back. Clancy Grandy will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching the BC Scotties live from Chilliwack.
Nice.
Well, Melissa, back and forth we go here. Clancy Grandy with 2 in 7. Corinne Brown answering with 2 in 8. This has been an unbelievable BC Scotties final so far.
A little more rotation.
Top 8 right now.
Honestly, John, we could not ask for anything better right now. What a game. And as you say, both teams just going back and forth here and really not trying to give an inch to your opposition.
Hard line.
Can't touch it.
And I think Team Grandy taking a sigh of relief on that last one, John. It was so close for a potential 3 that nobody really saw.
15 and a half.
Yeah, 3 would have been absolutely massive for Brown, but I'm sure she'll still be thrilled to have a 1-point lead here in the 9th. And Melissa, run it down for us here. What are these two teams hoping to get out of this all-important 9th end?
Top 8.
Line's good.
Well, I
Gotta
think for
curl.
Team
Line
Brown,
up,
their
Waist bend.
objective is
Wait only,
fairly
whoa,
straightforward. They want to
wait
force
only,
Team
wait
Grandy
only,
to
wait
have to
only.
take a single here in 9. If they do, they'll have Hammer tied up coming home. Even if they happen to give up 2, that's not the end of the world. As we've seen Team Brown able to put a deuce on the board when they need to. So the key there is if Grandy gets a point, maybe 2, Brown has the hammer coming home.
This way?
Now for Team Grandy,
Yeah, like
obviously
really
you don't want to get
kinda
1.
weight
That
to
would
what
probably
you
be the
just
worst
threw.
case scenario. I think they're really going to try hard for their deuce. I mean, the other option would have been to try and blank, but with all these rocks in play to start this end, I don't know if we'll head down that path at all.
Similar.
Top
Little
8.
straight. Hold it early, maybe.
Should run
But I
better.
can tell you that
Top eight,
Grandy
top
would
12.
probably
You've
not
got
be
a bit
happy
of
with
room right
anything
now.
less
Line's
than a
good.
deuce.
Line's good.
It's close.
Line's good.
Maybe just at the end.
Lindsay's rock if you're there.
Okay, we're
So we'll see if they can
Bouncing
indeed
hair.
manufacture that 2 here.
Yep, you can. Yep.
And
shot.
this end
Two
is brought
great
to you by...
shots.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, great shots there from Sarah Loken. This 9th end brought to you by Via Sport. They help support
Just bite
our
the 8.
BC Championships through grants as well. And we also have to shout out cbcsports.ca for being one of our streaming partners here. They actually have been so kind as to unlock this geographically on YouTube so our international friends can
Close for
take
line.
in this BC final. And we've heard
Yep,
from
yep,
people
yep.
in Scotland, in Australia,
Wait,
from
yep, wait
the
only,
United
wait only.
States, all over the world
Wait
watching
only.
this game.
Gotta
And
go.
Yep,
we
line
thank
back.
CBC
Hard
Sports
line.
for their
Hard
support.
line. Hard line. Hard.
Good weight.
And so Des will just click the guard.
I think we want to roll past it. Yeah.
Weight looked pretty good there,
can
John.
throw
Yeah,
11
just
and a
over
half
curled
with it.
on her.
Okay. I think your weight's been really close.
Yeah.
So both the leads again setting up this end to perfection.
This is the 3 rock.
And again, they're just questioning that number 3 rock, but they've had an eye on it the
Little
whole
big.
end or the whole game here. Pardon me. So
Well then.
11.
Lindsay knows to let her sweepers know that that's the one that she's throwing.
11.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. No.
11.
Whoa. Roll. Big roll.
Big roll. Big
Yep.
roll.
Yep.
Yep,
Hard.
you can. Go, go, go.
It's good.
Well done.
Good sweep, guys.
Good, Linz.
Good sweep.
Nice hit and roll there from Lindsay Dubé.
What do you like?
We talked about that yesterday. Lindsay looking for her 3rd different provincial jacket. She's represented
Just
both
hit and roll this?
Ontario and Northern Ontario at the junior level and looking to put on the mountain and sunshine of British Columbia at the Scotties coming up in a little less than a month here. We'll see if Desiree Hawes has something to say about that here, looking to
10.
get a few of these blue stones moving.
No. Whoa. Sam. Curl.
Trying to get the hit and roll towards the middle here, John.
Hey.
Boy.
Nose is pretty good for now.
So still Grandy just
Same
lying
weight?
to 1 here, but those
It was
2
11
blues in a
5?
pretty good spot.
Or do you want 11? You were 11 on the last one. Same weight's great.
Okay.
Yeah, ideally there, I think they wanted to roll that yellow one right on top of the blue, but there's a chance here now for Lindsay. Just a nose hit, you heard Clancy say. I think that would take away any potential because the angles would still be in a favorable position for Team Grandy. If she can get a nose here.
Really hard. Really hard. Hard.
No, this one must be curling.
Keep going. Hard. Keep going.
Yeah, Sarah Loken trying to hold that one straight, and she will.
I think that's a good result, actually.
Yeah, Grandy lying 1, 2, and 4 as we get a look at the team totals here, and Lindsay Dubé continuing her phenomenal game, curling 98%.
Do you want to call time?
But again, Melissa, the team totals very even. Team Grandy at 84% and Team Brown at 77.
Yeah. Then we at least have some. This is your first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I like
indicative
that,
of what we're seeing out there, John.
Doubles, right?
It's just been incredible back and forth for both of these teams.
3/4 high. Let's go in.
So they talked about using their timeout, but they only do have one left, 1 90-second timeout left, so they likely would like to save that if they can for the 10th end.
Whoa.
Yeah, neither team really in time trouble here. It's just whether or not they wanted to consult their coach, Jim, on that one.
Shooter!
Sit. Okay, good. That's good.
That's pretty good from Erin Pincott, I think.
She's made quite a few of those today, I'll tell you. Yeah, I think that's a great shot.
Should we go look at it?
I'm gonna go have a look, yeah.
Want to call time?
Just look for a sec. Can I call it?
Not yet.
Yeah, timeout.
All right, so Team Grandy going to take their first timeout. We'll see Coach Katie Witt come out here, and she's set a land speed record for the last few timeouts we've seen Team Grandy take. She usually comes down, says one thing, and leaves, but this might be a little more of a complicated situation. We'll listen in here.
I'm just not quite sure how we...
I don't think you get the 7 all the way out.
No, I don't think we need to.
We
We've
don't
got all of
need
this
to.
if we punch it enough.
It's just that we're leaving those right there.
Yeah.
When we do that.
It's a matter of where we can put one right now.
And then they're gonna sit 3.
Is it ever worth trying to like kind of push and roll?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
And just unlock it.
It's just that you like, so your shooter's not going very far.
No.
Because there's not a lot of air.
Yeah.
So you're staying here.
But I think staying on top of the 7.
Yeah.
What kind of weight?
Bad.
Like just to push it to T-line.
If you just feather, tick, and roll, it's probably not that bad either. Have you seen any?
Just push it.
Yeah.
Push it all the way out? Like, do we want to?
No,
we can't.
no.
No, I think you're only playing
Just
it with probably.
Yeah, like, can I see you? Like,
probably
basically like
backline.
pushing this to stay here and this to like.
Okay.
Do we need to go further than that?
No.
That's good.
I think the most weight you can play is like this.
Yeah, because you only want to push it, I think, to T-line is fine.
So I think if you throw back line, should be good. The other option is to run and rip the side one, I guess. Like peel
and
and
go
do
just for
that.
blank.
Yeah. But I don't mind sticking with this for a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think this is all right.
Okay, let's play backline weight.
Yeah. Try to get pretty close to nose, I guess.
Yeah. I think for back line, you're probably
like
looking
tolerance
here.
on the back 12 side.
Yeah,
you
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the ice for it.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
So, Melissa, seems like the options here are this shot that they've elected to call, or running in the guard and trying to peel off that other yellow in the 8-foot. Do you have a preference here?
I don't know if I have a preference.
Play the same weight,
wait.
but hit this one first.
Sure.
And leave our shooter here.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Same weight, Kayla. Back line.
Actually, John, I like that better than the original call that they had. So the 2 options are running, 3 options, I guess, running that yellow guard in and trying to catch the yellow on the side, and that would bring the blank back into play. The call that they originally had suggested is extremely difficult. Like, you just have to get by that top blue stone and try and punch the yellow one, but because you're coming with the out turn, the angles aren't going to be very good once you make contact with that yellow stone, so it's not going to go very far. And I think with back 12 weight, that wouldn't have been enough anyways. So I actually like this call, trying to unlock everything and keep your shooter right in the front there and just punch the shot rock back a little further. So I like this call the best of the
Easy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Back 12.
Whoa.
Lindsay.
Whoa,
back
Lindsay,
one.
gotta
Looks
go.
like it
Gotta
might
get
be
to
a
the
little
nose here.
hot.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah, this really has to curl.
Lindsay Dubé trying to bring it over.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's what they were after.
Yeah, if you rip this, both
I'm
like
gonna say no.
this one will
By
stick.
the way, she
But the two will
wasn't
go
too
there.
happy with that result.
rock
I
high.
don't think the results
You'll probably
awful.
nut there.
I think low. Oh, high this way. Sorry.
Yeah, like nose that middle rock.
Do you think you can get all three going here?
Good one.
I don't think so. I think that middle one is always jamming. But you can certainly get rid of the top one and the back one, and you probably lie shot.
Oh. Yep. Yep. Oh. Lead. Oh. Yep. Yep.
Hard!
Get out of there.
Just like that.
Atta girl.
That's good, that's good.
So nice shot there from Erin Pincott and Corinne Brown, now lying one.
If it's easiest to make it here
Okay.
to get to this 7, their shot.
Okay. And
I just don't know if you have enough air to make it here. You probably do.
It looks like
I think
do.
you have a lot of air
got
there.
almost a
I
rock
think
of
that
air.
looks a lot
Go,
easier than
Peel.
playing on the top one.
Intern, yeah.
Okay.
Does that ice look good to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close.
A terrific
Pretty
shot
much where
by
we want to
Erin
hit it.
again.
Okay.
Putting some pressure here on Kayla on her second stone in this all-important 9th end. Clancy Grandy really trying to dig deep here to try and manufacture a 2.
So Erin Pincott with the double on her second, and Kayla McMillan trying to make a double back.
Yep. Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Gotta clear that guard first, John.
Hard.
Good shot, Kayla.
Great shot.
Very nice shot from
Wow,
Kayla
that
McMillan.
was
Gets
close
a little,
to the guard, I think.
Great sweep, Lynn.
Yeah, very close to the guard. Gets a nice little roll inside.
I was
on that
totally
shooter,
going
too.
right into my feet if we touched it. I was not moving. Just there. Yep.
Really good from
Look at
Kayla
that
McMillan.
roll.
Yeah,
Get a nice roll here, Corinne.
perfect shot. So Grandy lying 2, Corinne Brown going to need to make a nice roll here.
Yeah, that was an incredibly big shot by Kayla. And so, opportunity here now. If, I think, Corinne, if she gets a perfect roll here and buries it behind those 2 blue stones, I don't think Clancy would have access to it, actually.
9-5.
And there's lots of room to roll for shot.
Curl.
Yeah, certainly got to make sure you're shot.
Curl.
Sam Fisher trying to bring this one over, but it will just hit on the nose. And so Clancy Grandy looking pretty good for 2 here.
That same. Yeah, exactly. We played this a couple ends back. I'll roll Lindsay's way. Stay for second.
Okay.
Same. I'm gonna wait 11 and a half. Yeah. This is nice here.
Yeah.
I think we saw this show a couple of ends ago as well, John, where they kept trying to roll farther and farther away from that center line and, you know, very close to rolling out, but she's got lots of room on this one to roll to the outside.
Eleven, 5.
Big and clean it.
11.
Clean. Close.
Big.
Close.
Big.
Whoa. Close.
Lindsay.
Yep. Straight.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Big.
Lindsay,
Big.
Lindsay,
Lindsay,
Lindsay.
you're
Hard,
rolling too
Lindsay.
big.
Hard.
Can't roll out.
No.
Can't roll
Can't roll
out.
for
Sit.
Oh
Spin it.
boy, not a good line call there.
Yeah, potentially could have had Lindsay Dubé on that one earlier.
Well, and
but
the
it will
sweepers
roll
let her.
out.
Yeah, they let her know right away that it was heavy, and unfortunately, they just didn't pick it up. I don't think Kayla picked it up well. So, just a not unforced error there
You just have
for
to,
Team
be second
Grandy.
shot.
Yeah.
Even if you're here.
Yeah. I like that.
Whatever you're feeling,
I like that.
It's either one.
I don't think we chase or run. That's bringing 3
No,
to play.
and we can come back full back 8 even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to be
Almost full back
second.
8. Yeah.
Do you like this here?
Looks like max to me.
Yeah.
I think I like this call, Melissa. You, like Corinne said, as long as your second
Sorry?
shot, you're never giving
15?
up more than 2. And if you put this in the right spot, you might even get a steal or a force. So I think this is the right call. You like it?
100%. Yep, this is definitely the right
Similar
call.
weight to what I've been throwing.
Yep. Let's go.
And like you say, John, if she puts us in a pristine position, it could be really tough for Clancy A to score or B to definitely score 2. So great chance here for Corinne Brown.
Like
So
to go
a
a bit.
small mistake from Clancy Grandy. Corinne Brown with
Top
a chance
four.
to capitalize on her last.
Top
Would
four.
love to get this buried
Gotta curl.
and
Sam's always in.
shot.
Use it. Hard Sam. Hard Sam.
Can't.
Hard Sam. Yeah, we can. Hard Sam.
And this needs to curl a lot.
Gotta go.
Sam
Gotta
Fisher
go.
trying to
Hard
bring
Sam.
this over.
Hard Sam. Hard. Hard.
Great weight.
Yeah, the weight was perfect, but I think Clancy Grandy's going to have no trouble getting at this one.
Sorry, I swung.
Good weight, Crane.
Really nice weight.
It's not 3, so that's good. Just less.
Yeah, you can see there, this is wide open.
What kind of weight?
It was just a hair solid on the last one, just 11 and a half.
Okay.
So a missed chance for Corinne Brown to potentially get a force. And Clancy Grandy will have the chance to take the lead into the 10th end. Her final stone.
Still
Yep,
big,
gotta
11.
go. Hard there.
11.
Hard there.
Clean.
Big. Hard.
Clean.
Clean.
Big.
Clean. Whoa, then. Oh, sorry. Lindsay, go a bit.
Whoa.
And a little heavy again from Clancy Grandy, but that will stop in time. So it will be a score of 2 for the team from the Vancouver Curling Club. Corinne Brown will be down 1, but will have the hammer when we come back. Don't go anywhere. The 10th end is coming up. You're watching the BC Scotties Final live on Check.
That's good. Nice shot, Sarah.
Just be like a little bit aware of our time. 'Cause they
Yeah,
started
they
running.
Hello,
started it.
curling fans, and welcome back inside the Chilliwack Curling Club, home of the BC Scotties. It is the 10th end. It is these two teams separated by 1. Melissa Saligo, we simply could not ask for much more here this morning.
Des is close. Has to curl.
Unbelievable, John. Absolutely unbelievable. This has just been
tight. Keep
such
looking.
a tremendous game, both for the players, for us as broadcasters, and for the fans. You couldn't ask for anything more, as you say.
Yeah, just a phenomenal game here, and it will be up to Corinne Brown. She's in the driver's seat here. She is down 1, but does have the hammer. What is the key here for Team Brown, Melissa, here in end number 10 to potentially lift that trophy?
So I think for Team Brown, they are going to have to take a little tiny bit of risk here. They want to try and get their 2. Obviously, they don't want to score just 1 and go into the extra without. So they're going to throw up their corner guards. They're going to try and keep the play away from the center line, I would think, for the first part. But, you know, we haven't really seen them do that a lot. They like to play the center even with or without hammer. So it'll be interesting to see when this rock comes stop here, if they will try and freeze to that 1 that's in the forefront. And I was actually going to say they will, because it's actually choked off their corner guard by where that guard has stopped.
So Sam Fisher's had a lovely game at lead so far. Would like to finish it off with a perfect one here. Trying to freeze right on top of that blue.
Where are you?
And I don't know what your thoughts are, John, but as a team, I believe that if you are up 1 without hammer, you have a slight advantage in the women's game to have a little bit higher percentage of winning this game. So my curiosity or my question to you is, with that in mind, do you never bring your second lead stone into the rings as well?
You mean you're talking about Grandy?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could. I think if you brought the second one in the rings, I don't think Corinne Brown's hitting it. So,
agree.
You know, if you put that other one even right on top of your blue or a little in front of it, you know, it could be the correct strategy, that's for sure. But, you know, there's always the concern that you try to bring the second one in and it doesn't work out well. You maybe build a little bit of a blue wall or something like that. I understand there's also the risk involved there, but yeah, certainly you could play that strategy if you wanted to.
Hard, Kayla, you're working it.
Close to center as you can. Go, go, go. You're doing it. Go, go, go.
Trying to get this so it goes past that blue one and out of the rings. Great shot and great brushing by Kayla McMillan.
Good sweep.
Yeah, good shot there from Lindsay Dubé, continuing her fantastic game. We've seen the numbers all game long. She's been close to 100%, which is the dream scenario for a curler coming into a Scotties final. As we know, Kayla, Lindsay, and Sarah lost this game last year after going undefeated throughout the week. They lost the final to Marianne Arsenault, so they would love to get some revenge here.
Clean.
Weights up.
Clean. Weight's close.
Sam,
Hair firm.
Sam. Hard, Sam.
So Sam Fisher going to try to bring this one over.
Oh, no, you're gonna know.
They were trying to get inside of this blue one, but
Really nice.
that's a really good shot from Desiree Hawes, moving that one off the button.
Shot.
Yeah, great result there. That's a good plan B. I think they were trying for the inside roll, but that's a great shot. You can see that blue one wide open.
So again, Team Grandy has to be careful where they leave this shooter, John, and there's a couple of reasons. One, there could be eventually be that double. Two, because of where she punched that other blue stone, you could actually get a hit and roll under your corner guard. So just needing to be a little careful here.
That's good, Lindsay. Yeah, good stuff. Do you like trying that?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Hack?
Try to get a good roll here. Yeah.
One of those slides where I liked my slide too much, I forgot about the weight.
Same weight or hair loss?
Been there.
Hair loss.
I love when I kick out of the hack and I think to myself, this slide's good. You're really good. You're really good, John.
Whoa. Same weight.
Yeah, who needs weight?
Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Desiree trying to get the hit and roll under here. Sam trying to get it to curl. Plan B maybe, go the other way.
Okay.
And they'll end up in between, so
Make it this way.
just not quite for Desiree Hawes.
Do you like 11-5?
Not a terrible result by any means.
All right, we can hold it here for you. Weights have been close.
Well, it's a pretty tight court. I mean, there is room obviously to roll either way, but it's a tough shot because you're trying to make the decision which way to roll early. And so for Des, she just got caught in the middle here, but Kayla's going to have the same chance now. Try and roll preferably towards the center for the blue stones.
12.
Hard.
Hard, Steph.
Hard. Hard. You got it.
Hard, you got it.
Hard. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just leave it there. Okay.
And same thing for Kayla McMillan, just
Yeah.
right on the nose.
This way.
So we'll see if Team Brown can get the roll here.
Wait, it was
Do
cold?
you have air this way?
It's like it's there, just with more weight.
What's that?
Just with more weight.
Like how much?
10 and a half?
10 and a half? Okay.
Yeah. Just cross it a hair. Square.
All right, third try here. Aaron's going to try and hit and roll, and now with the position of the rock, John, it's above the tee line, so could be in a great position here for Team Brown if he makes this roll.
Whoa.
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 Hair down.
Yep.
11.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Yes.
Gotta get by that corner.
Sit. Good.
And
Great
did
shot.
that roll
Great
just a
shot.
shade too far. No, that is lovely from Aaron Pincott. Great roll.
Make
Okay.
this?
Yeah.
Good. Think so.
Yeah, I don't
This
want to
Be
be
is,
right on T-line.
T.
Good look at the BC Scotties trophy there.
I thought it felt
Corinne Brown has hoisted it once before in 2020. She made 2 Scotties appearances, got a bye back to the Scotties in 2021 as there was no BC Championship played due to COVID, but she would love to have that trophy aloft once again, and this is, Melissa, a massive shot here for Kayla McMillan.
There's none bigger right now. They can't do anything over on that corner guard side
Still
because
running.
that one of
It's
Aaron
close.
Pincott's is
Still
completely
running.
buried, so they are going to try and take the play back to the center and get this into a really good position, but this has to curl a
A
ton.
little deep. Yeah, back
You gotta
4.
go.
Hard, Lynn.
Back 8 then.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay.
And that is
Good
too
shot.
Do
deep
you like just losing it?
14-8.
from Kayla.
Or play like, what's that? This is just back 8 foot.
We're gonna have to.
I think we go top 8 or top 4 then, no?
Well, you just gotta be careful of this is all.
I think we have to go 2.
I like just
we
fight
can call
button.
a time.
Do you want
here,
to call
too.
it?
Yeah, let's
call
call
it.
time. Time out.
We just have
All right,
to.
so they're going to talk this over with Jim Cotter.
I don't know if I like going to it though.
I think we have to almost though. we do have to leave ourselves enough room for 2 here.
What was your first thought?
To it or top, like button.
Yeah, top.
I'm not sure if you
Yeah,
want to
just 'cause then
freeze
the-
to it,
the
but we'll
doubles
listen to
aren't
see
easy
what they
off
say
the
here,
side
John.
one.
Yeah, exactly. I think you come to the back one, they'll freeze to you. Get on the top button. And then you should have some options. You like that?
Yep. It's pretty quick.
So what's our tolerance here?
Tolerance. Well, you could even go, top 4, and if it is hanging out, you know, if you chop and rolled a little bit, so it's still kind of open.
Okay.
So you do have some options.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think it's for ice?
15.5.
Okay, so nice here.
It's good.
Yeah,
Nice spot.
throwing this out turned off a few times. So as we know, if it's hanging out for a little bit, it'll be a little quicker. But as it gets into the middle, we've seen them kind of come down.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking for ice?
Like edge of 8's thing close maybe just
Edge
to
of
the
eight,
just
yeah.
to the inside maybe.
Just inside.
Yeah.
Just inside, I think.
Yeah.
Put a top button.
Okay. Yeah, let's make it good here,
Top
guys.
4 is good.
Yeah.
Let's go square.
So, Melissa, seems like they've elected to draw to the top 4. You like that call?
I do. I think maybe top 4, top button. You just want to make sure that they don't set a double up for the one that's sitting on the right-hand side there as we look at it. But I don't like coming to the back one, and I think that was the original call. If you do that, they freeze to you, and then there's maybe room for maybe 2 more rocks, if at all. So I really like this call here by Jim and the team. Nice top 4, top button.
I think we're there.
Yeah, we're all there.
Just line right now.
T-line. Heavy.
T-line.
So they
easy
think it's a
line.
little heavy.
Room.
Like to go top 4.
Room.
You're in the fresh
Oh,
stuff.
maybe change their mind here on the weight.
It looks all there to me.
Take a look.
T-line.
You're on,
go
the,
to
you're
it?
not on the back yet.
Need this to slow down. And that will slide just a hair deep. And so that's exactly what you were worried about here, Melissa. A chance for Clancy Grandy to freeze on this.
Yeah, unfortunately for Erin, that stops in one of the worst positions ever. You know, we always talk about that back button area. So I think the key here for Clancy is to be to the nose or just slightly on the broom side of this rock to try and protect anything from, you know, any double or anything from happening. So, but if she locks us on, Corinne's gonna have a bit of a challenge here, I think, to try and get her deuce. Again, as you say, John, a huge, massive shot here for Clancy Grandy. She was heavy on a couple of her draws we've seen thus far. So really important here to give this one to your sweepers.
Whoa.
Too much room.
Lindsay's line. Lindsay's rock.
So nothing from Dubé and Loken so far. This looks like it is tracking heavy.
It is. It's not even past that blue one yet, I don't think, on the top.
And a fortuitous rub there from Clancy Grandy, but it is still Brown lying the one. And we've seen that before, Melissa. Just you throw that little more weight, and it just
How thin is that one?
it just curls on you.
Sorry? How thin is
Or
that?
sorry, just stays straight on you. I mean,
run straight. Yeah, I
third?
agree. And you know, unfortunately, they saw a couple down there, but they kept giving that max ice there. And I think you could take min ice there and let your sweepers do the job
Because yeah, if you
that
leave your
they
shooter here,
need
that
to do.
doubles
So
the jam. Okay, what kind of weight?
Court PL. Like I'll just throw like a 7, 8, and 8.
so I guess the reason for
What,
throwing the double here, Melissa, is just if you throw the draw, then it's
you
a
got it.
pretty short slash for Clancy.
exactly. So if she throws the double and she nuts the one that's in the top 4 foot, it's going to stay right there, and it'll be probably a tough double for Clancy back. So, you know, you don't want to hit this too thin though and push the blue one sideways, you know, towards your other yellow stone. So kind of important shot here, but she's throwing an 8, John. She's throwing a lot of weight.
Yeah, certainly some risk here for Corinne Brown, but if she could make it, it would set her up nicely. But this looks like it is floating. Is she going to get any of it?
Put it out a little at the end here. Oh boy.
And that will miss everything. So
yeah, you saw
There was
that
a
on the
chance.
release, John.
yeah,
So I think
that was a great chance for Corinne Brown if she makes that one to be set up for 2. And now for Clancy Grandy, this is a great chance to steal here.
This is huge, and I'm just not sure why she needed to throw an 8 on that shot. I don't think, you know, it was I know she wanted to move the blue one out of the 4 foot, but you know, even a 9.5 would have done the same job. So unbelievable chance here right now for Clancy Grandy to throw pretty much the same shot and tap that blue one back 1.5 2 feet. I think she's
Clancy
tightened
can
up the
tap
ice ever so slightly.
Yeah, I think if she can tap this one onto the yellow, it's going to be very difficult for Corinne Brown to even score. So
same way.
Massive last stone
I
here
think
in
it's very
end
similar.
number 10.
I don't think you're less.
Clancy Grandy
You got no.
Easy, Sarah. Easy.
trying to get one hand on that Scotties trophy.
Lindsay,
So
close.
again,
I
she's
think you gotta
gotta
go
wait for
in.
this one to get off that top
gotta
blue.
go.
Got a curl.
Hard.
Angle's
gotta
not
go.
great yet. John has got a curl.
And that's a very nice shot there for Clancy Grandy. She is lying 1, but I think the angle makes it so that Corinne Brown might have a double for 1 here.
I don't think the angle's very good for Clancy. I actually think there's a nose double for the win, John.
It's just a millimeter.
If we see the overhead, is there enough space there to clear that second blue one?
It's not there.
There is. Or sorry, the yellow one. I think she can nose it for the win.
It'll be close, I think. That blue one in the back 4 is close.
Oh, right, yeah. And I don't, well, would you catch it? I don't know if you would, actually. You're right. You probably wouldn't, so I think this is for 1. You're right, John.
Let's go, Crane.
I got all excited.
So final stone for Corinne Brown. The game hanging in the balance, needs to make this double to keep her hopes alive.
9. Close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Sam. Close. Yep.
Does she have it?
Atta girl.
Great
What a
shot
shot.
from Corinne Brown. All the pressure on her, could not touch her back yellow, and she does not. What a shot
Sorry,
from
guys.
Corinne Brown. This will be all tied up. This game very fitting to go to an extra end. Clancy Grandy will have the hammer. We're going to take a 3-minute break here, and we'll be back with the 11th end. Oof, my goodness, don't go anywhere. You're watching the BC Scotties final. Hello, curling fans, and welcome back inside the Chilliwack Curling Club. It's the home of the BC Scotties final between Team Clancy Grandy and Team Corinne Brown, and what a game this has been. Melissa, we are in an extra end, and I think given how this game has gone, very fitting that this one is going right down to the wire.
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely fitting that this has gone the way it has, and there's some great things about this game. There's been a bit of a roller coaster, but both teams, even with some missed shots along the way, they are both at their peak right now and ready to go.
Make a decision, guys. Tight.
It's got to stay on the center, though.
Oh, let's
Got to stay on the center.
So for Corinne Brown, John, it is all about throwing up the center guards and trying to get something going
Nice shot.
early in this end. And I think for Clancy, she's going to throw hers to the middle as well and then peel when she can.
Got a little big.
Yeah, I thought T-line.
Okay, you can wait
They're
then.
wider
You've
than
got a
you
little
did.
more line.
Okay, we're close then.
Okay,
Just
coming back now.
T still.
This is the 8, so
Trying.
chance.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can let it sit.
We're still heavy.
Yeah,
So
we're
Sarah
holding
Loken
it
looking
hot.
for the come around here, but this looks like it might be just a little bit hot.
Sorry.
And
that's fine.
indeed
Good,
it
Sarah.
is. So
Long.
that's a nice break potentially for Corinne Brown.
Definitely not the spot that Sarah wants, obviously, but regardless of where that rock was going to stop, Corinne was throwing up a second center guard for Sam Fisher.
Oh, just let it sit.
Yeah, we're over. It's a little tighter than sliding. Okay. Sit.
Yeah, I have. I've been in an extra end in a BC final before, and it is.
Right in front of this one.
It's just another level, you know, even when the game has been so up and down and it's 9-9 and Grandy gives up 5 and Corinne gives up some steals. But when you get to that extra end, it really is just another world. You almost feel like you're in an out-of-body experience. So
Line a little bit early.
we'll see how both of these teams manage that here.
Top 4.
Well, as we mentioned, John, both teams with such tremendous talent and, you know, lots of experience. So it's all about now not only managing what's going on the ice, but also managing internally, managing your emotions. And just trying to keep your emotions in check here as you play the biggest end of your career at this point.
I think just like a hair of a freeze tap. Just like back button.
So
weight.
nice shot there from Sarah Loken, brings a little bit of weight off, but I think there will be a chance here for Des to freeze.
Just freeze.
Do you hate a hair less ice here?
Smidge less.
Speed till same time?
Yep.
Line only right now. Weight's close.
Whoa, whoa.
Team. Line's good.
No.
Line. Weight's up.
Yep. Straight.
Hard.
Little bump. Straight.
Bump
Hard.
in. Weight's good. Just to it.
Hard. Lock it on.
Gotta get this to the face. Pincott and Fisher trying to drag it.
Nice, Des. Nice.
What
Great
a shot
brushing.
from Desiree Hawes.
Lovely shot.
Fantastic.
I think we play. I don't really want to send it back right now, so I think we play it this way. Sure. Just peel the one then? No, out turn, hair low. Okay.
Straight through, bud.
So Lindsay Dubé looking for the double peel here as that Desiree Hawes shot ending up in a perfect spot.
Yeah, Lindsay would really like to get both of these going and try and roll her shooter off as well.
Roll it. Hard.
That looks about not the greatest result there. Leaves the yellow stone.
Just right on top. Good.
Yeah, unfortunate there for
Like
Lindsay.
another
I'm
guard.
sure she'd love to have another run at that one. She was trying to cross the face of that and ended up hitting it on the outside.
Because there's not a ton of room on.
Okay, go long then.
They're going to have to peel.
Desiree going to replace this guard.
Not like this.
And I guess Melissa would love to have this one a little bit higher, have some more separation.
Agree, and this is a good call. They talked about, they were worried that Team Grandy is shot, but that's completely irrelevant at the moment. Right now they need to throw up a center guard with the expectation that Grandy will go up and peel again. And you do this for a couple more rocks, and then you decide when it's time to play on the one in the rings.
Almost ours. Sit.
Would love for this to stop any time now, though, John. You don't want to bring it too close to your other yellow stone.
It's pretty good from Desiree. I would have liked to have it maybe 5 feet higher, but not a bad spot. The only thing here is now for Lindsay Dubé, if she hits this in the right spot, she could actually run this into the house and get everything moving, which would be a disaster for Team Brown if she does.
Whoa. Close.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa.
Trying to get both of them if you can here. Oh boy.
Just over the
Touching her
top. So
long.
so close
You know
on both
she
of
really
those.
wanted that one. That's right.
For sure. Yeah, that's a huge opportunity. And we've seen Lindsay have such a great game here, and we know she can throw that big weight so well, but just a little on the outside of that one. And so Team Brown will live to fight for at least another rock here.
Not up. I think you got to go.
Line's
really
good,
light.
just over. Hard, Des.
Line's great. Line's good.
Just
If you
over
can
is
be
great
over.
if you can get it
Over and
there.
off. Just over. Over and off, guys.
Over and off.
Over and
it's
off,
good.
guys. Whoa, have a look.
We're good. Good.
Nice shot. Better line up there as well. Almost directly in
Can you
front of
see
that
this
other
okay here?
center guard.
I think you can here. Again.
So another
So Kayla
crack
McMillan
at
will
the
give this a try, yeah.
yeah, another crack at the double run here for sure.
Single ripping. You're fine, you're fine.
Watch the blue.
Okay, it's good.
Again, won't quite get it, so they'll just peel off the top one. And
Yes, call it.
Good
Timeout.
I was just about to say, I wonder if they'll call their timeout. This feels like the
Yeah, I'm thinking you
the
gotta
crux
play-
point here
oh,
in
I
this
think
extra
outturn-
end.
I think outturn is better.
Better
though.
angle, yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes down to when you want to make your move, John. Do you want to throw up a guard, one more guard, have them
'Cause even
peel,
if you
and then
just
on
tap it a
Corinne's
hair,
first, then make the play in the house?
Yeah.
But
No,
I
it's
think
easy.
the
Good
team
hits,
is
right?
Team Brown
Well,
deciding
hair
that maybe
this
it's
side,
time
okay.
to come in now.
You gotta stay.
Casual Jimmy making his way.
Another guard coming. Play a little freeze tap.
What's your guy telling you?
Freeze tap now.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Line 'em up and then.
Line them up, same way test.
And then they're gonna peel. I'm gonna throw in one on my second one, and then just make them look at two on her last, I guess.
Try and tap it. You can get shot. The way
On
it
this
curls
one?
in there,
Yeah.
You can
Yep. Get
to
a good
the
angle.
nose, get to the nose of it.
Yeah,
Do
even
like
if you
15,
freeze it
16.
nose.
Do you like that ice?
More, I thought.
You know, it's
Is that the same as dead?
and if you end up dead freezing, it's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That good angle.
Tolerance
I think you gotta keep it a hair on this side.
Yeah. I like that. And then just make them.
Yeah, because you already have the guard up there. Make it now and then.
Yeah. So just T-line weight, and you guys kind of sweep it to the top. You want to throw a bit more.
I think throw T.
T-line weight.
Yeah.
T-line,
Let's
even-
get a
even
tiny
top-
tap, but
Throw top four is good. Sweep it a little bit.
Yeah.
Tap it.
Do you like here?
Foot.
I think it's midlife for Aaron. Corinne, I threw that dead.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to hold it. You'll get the
Yeah.
finish late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make this here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What was the time on Desert? Do you remember?
I don't remember now.
So I like the way that Jim handles those timeouts, Melissa. Always lets the team decide where they're at first before he weighs in, and I think it's a great way to give the team confidence in their call.
Similar to my outturn this way.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's a wonderful process to go through, and not only did they talk about this next shot, but you heard them. They talked about the next 3 shots, so they know exactly what they want to do for the next 3 shots to finish off this end. So Aaron's going to come in, either freeze tap, and you know that Grandy will likely go up and peel, and then they have a chance to either throw another guard on her first, which I think is what they elected to do. So we'll see how this plays out, but I just love the process that Jim went through there.
Whoa.
T-line.
Close.
Just
Close, yeah,
Well, Aaron Pincott,
top
big
four.
shot
Come on.
here,
Gotta go.
would love to tap this Yellowstone into shot.
Line's good. Group. T-line.
This looks close. It's got a curl though.
Pretty close.
That's
fine.
Perfectly
It
lined
will
up.
just
Great
freeze,
shot.
yeah. Very nice shot there from Aaron Pincott. And they did say that was the tolerance, Melissa, that if you don't tap, a face freeze is pretty
I think we're
good.
still ripping.
Yeah, that was perfect tolerance. I agree, John. I think if you're Clancy
so.
Grandy, you have no option here but to rip, in my
'cause
opinion.
she's probably gonna try to tap now.
Yeah. I think we have to.
I think so.
Yeah.
So this is exactly how Team Brown predicted this would go, and I agree with you, Melissa. Not really any other option here for Team Grandy.
Yeah.
So Kayla McMillan will rip this yellow, and we'll see what Corinne decides to do with her first.
Whoa. No. Easy.
Green it.
Good.
And the rip made for Kayla McMillan, so we are into skip stones here in this extra end to determine which of these two teams will go to the Scotties Canadian Championship in Kamloops.
Corinne, back
Similar,
eight.
yeah, similar weight to I threw that kind of little tap thing.
Okay.
Do you guys like this ice?
I actually thought when they were talking with Jim that they had talked about throwing one guard with Corinne's first, John, but it looks like they've elected maybe to not do that and come right into the rings here, throwing back 8 in, playing the tap on the yellow, and move that blue one to back, back 4-ish, and be shot rock at the end of this shot.
Back 8. Whoa. No.
The only thing
Back
about
4,
doing this
back
is you
8.
do give
Not on
Clancy
it.
a
Back
chance
8,
to get
back
out
8.
of this now by making a lot of granite go away on her first. So
Yeah, this needs to curl. You'd love to get to the face of it. Sam Fisher trying to bring it over.
Trying. Shooter. It's trying.
Okay, good.
And that is not a great result for Team Brown.
Our time.
Like, are you thinking make the
So,
double?
like her play right now, she's just got to move that and she's shot. So I think if we make the double, what does she have?
Does the double not jam?
No.
Like if we hit it like into the side of it,
Yeah.
it should go sideways.
Yeah. I think we have to kill this one.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if we leave it, like if we just go here, she's got this.
Yeah.
To be shot. I think we have to make this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so. I'm seeing it with the out turn.
Sure. Okay.
Because I think our shooter stays in a little bit of a better.
A little bit thinner with the out, just to go make. We
Yeah.
need to go into the side of it.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
I think so. Do you like making this?
Yeah, like as if we're here.
She just has that.
She has that.
Yeah.
This is gone though, and then we've got this.
Well, but not necessarily because she's playing it as quiet as she can, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I think
let's
we're
make it.
making this. Okay. I think it's gonna run straight.
Okay. With the out, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So electing to play the double here, Melissa, you like this this decision?
I do. I do. The trouble rock right now is that one that's the Yellowstone, the second one, right, that's freezing to that blue one. And because there's about an inch of space, if she throws this with the out turn, she'll get a nice flat roll, and she should be able to push that second shot stone straight across without touching her blue one.
Right where you throw it.
Yeah, it'll run
This is a tough shot, John. You really don't want to touch your blue shot stone either, but I think this is, you can't leave those yellow stones the way they are right now, or you may not have a shot on your last. So big shot here for Clancy.
It's easy.
Yep.
Close.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Sarah Loken on this right away. This is curling.
Oh boy.
And she will get rid of that yellow, but she bumps her blue to the back 4. And Melissa, I think there might be a tap here for Corinne Brown to make it very difficult on Clancy.
Yeah, very interesting there, John. I actually, the way they lined it up, they almost had to hit it thinner, I think, in order to avoid hitting that one in the back. If you have a look at it here, they were sweeping because it was curling. They hit about, they hit it about as thin as they could, I think, and it did catch that shot stone.
Let's go, Corinne.
So as you say, a great chance here, difficult shot here for Corinne Brown to try and tap her rock into the forefoot, or into the button, pardon me, to lie shot.
Final stone here for Corinne Brown in the extra end, and if she can tap this one to the face of the blue,
Not heavy. Back 4. Oh, close.
it could be game over.
Curl. Hard, Sam.
This looks like it's got to curl
Hard.
a lot.
Really close.
It should come right
Sam
after the hog
Fisher.
line. Line looks really good.
Sam Fisher trying to bring this one over. And that will go too far, I think.
Oh, wow. The weight was perfect.
Weight was
And that is
perfect,
it,
but
Sean.
it doesn't curl enough. And my goodness,
Wow.
life is grandy for the team from the Vancouver Curling Club, the first provincial championship. For Clancy Grandy, Kayla McMillan, Lindsay Dubé, Sarah Loken, and coach Katie Witt. They will be going to the 2023 Scotties Championships in Kamloops. What a game. My goodness. We see the hugs there, how much it means to them. What a phenomenal win for this foursome. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will hear from Clancy Grandy when we come back. You're watching the BC Scotties live on Check. Wow, we are back with the winning skip, Clancy Grandy. Clancy, first of all, congratulations. What a game. Your first ever provincial Scotties title. Tell me, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. That was our goal coming into the week, and we're really happy that we brought a good one at the end.
Clancy, congratulations. And again, I now have fully adopted you as our BC team, our BC athlete. You know, I have to say, I have so many questions I want to ask, but I have to say, seeing the emotion on your coach, Katie Witt, she has been trying and she has been coaching and she's put her heart and soul into this game, into the teams that she coaches. What do you think that means to her?
Oh, it means everything. She was a big part of the reason why I decided to move to BC to pursue full-time curling with this team. So just so happy for her. She deserves it. Yeah.
And Clancy, obviously a back and forth affair the whole game. Tell me a little bit about how you got yourself, you know, dealing with those emotional swings. You give up that big 5 in the third end. You were trading 2s and 1s. How did you manage that throughout the game?
Yeah, we play aggressively, and so when you play aggressively, there's always an opportunity for a big end. So we just said, stick with it, keep playing our game, and we felt like we were able to do that.
Yeah, you certainly did. One of the best BC Scotties finals I can remember. Congratulations again. Go enjoy the celebration with your team. You deserve every bit of it. Thank you again to everybody for tuning in. We're going to throw it back to the Czech studio to Jeff, Stacy, and Elaine to break it down. Over to you guys.
So, wasn't that a fantastic final game? Can you hear me upstairs? I can't hear you. Let's hear a cheer. That's getting better. Okay, good afternoon, curlers, coaches, volunteers, and fans. What a fantastic final. On behalf of Curl BC and the Chilliwack Curling Club and Community Center, thank you for being part of the 2023 Scotties BC Women's Curling Championship, presented by Best Western. Congratulations to all the teams that took part. None of this would have been possible without the hard work and dedication of the host committee here in Chilliwack. We are so fortunate Bruce Wenwick has led an amazing group of volunteers, 120 strong. They have been incredibly hospitable and have gone above and beyond to make the combined women's and men's championship a major highlight of curling in BC. We're also very grateful to the Chief Ice Technician, Mike Morklinger, Assistant Ice Technician, James McCulloch, and their team, as well as Chief Umpire, Henry Wall. They've all worked very hard to make this event the success it has been. To the fans, thank you to be here to cheer on the teams and to Czech TV, Roll Focus Production Team, and CBC Sports. Thank you for showcasing this great competition. I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Scotties, and our presenting sponsor, Best Western, as well as all the local businesses who have supported the event. We would also like to thank the province of British Columbia and Via Sport for their generous support. Without further ado, I would like now to congratulate the winning team, Team Grandy, and our silver medalist, Team Brown. Now, if we could just get the Andrew Benson and Bruce Renwick to hand out the medals. We've got some silverware to do here. Silver medalist, Team Brown. Skip Corin Brown. Third, Aaron Prescott, Pincott. Second, Desiree Hawk. And lead, Samantha Fisher. And coach, Jim Connor. And now for the winning Team Grandy. Skip Clancy Grandy. Third, Kayla McMillan. Second, Lindsay DeGay. Lead, Sarah Loken. And their coach, Katie Witt. Thank you very much. How about another round of applause for these fantastic champions? We wish you all the best at Kamloops next month. We're looking forward to seeing you watching curl. That's it. Thanks very much.